Still crooked. Hi everybody, happy Friday, and welcome to Getting Baked with Crystal, where I'm not ready to bake yet.
Is it crooked?
It's crooked, yeah. Like, and then can it... Yeah, now I can see. Did the gremlins invade the equipment again? Oh, always. You guys can't see it, but baby gremlin is right here behind OG gremlin. What's going on, everybody? How's it going? What else? I have not seen HEBWC in over a month. We were here last week, no? No, the week before. The week before. 2 weeks ago.
You've been on the road, Penny Lane.
I have been on a bit of a road tour. Yeah, it was fun. I'm exhausted. I haven't slept in like 2 weeks. I'm dying a little. Hi, everybody. Hi, Liquidium. Hi, Catlin. We haven't established. Caitlin. I don't remember. What else? Oh, Wolfie's saying hi to Mooch. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? No, I am here. My world tour is almost over. It's not a world tour. It's a Southern California tour of music and comedy. And I'm going next week to see Less Than Jake if I live long enough. However, I did go and not get sunburned or sick with 3 days in the sun around thousands. Saturday was 15,000 people. Are my eyes playing? Oh, the angle? Am I at a weird angle? I don't, that's not my responsibility. I have no idea what's going on over there. Caitlin. Okay, I'm going to try to remember that. It's hard because there's nothing to make the A strong. Hangovers? Surprisingly, no. Oddly enough, even though there was a lot of vodka, Truly's, beer, and wine consumed over Friday, Saturday, Sunday, not a single hangover. I made sure to drink lots of water, and, the wine had lots of sugar in it, so I guess I was good. Short Dolphin will be working less nights and will be here more often. Woohoo! Dan, are you not cold? I'll get a sweater. If you're hot, I will get a sweater.
No.
Okay.
I wasn't thinking about temperature, so...
Fair enough. My goosebumps are thinking about temperature.
Okay.
Sir, you left your Starbucks cup on my set?
Oh. Sorry about that.
Thank you. I just want to remind everybody, if you have not been over to Facebook today and seen the post I made on the RFS fam group, an old friend of mine and my brother's is in a contest, and you guys have always been so helpful when people are in contests and we post them, and you guys are awesome and vote and help us out. My friend Nick is in a contest. Not 100% clear on what it is, but go check it out. It's you don't have to pay. You're welcome to donate. It's a great cause. Nando went into more depth about what the awesome cause is, but it is really a great cause, and voting once a day is free, so please head over there at some point when you get a chance and vote for him. I'm a jerk and didn't think to post it on there in the first round, and he did not win the first round, although he was like top 3, so good for him. He's currently in second place. We brought him up from 3rd to 2nd, so let's make it happen, you guys. Thank you so much for everybody who has already done it. If you have not, please consider it. It costs you nothing at all but my friendship if you don't do it. That's all. I need my water. Hold on. Ew. Your machine's pooping on the counter. I am a little slow today. Bear with me. It's been a long week. We went last night. We drove down. I left work half day. We drove down to Anaheim, which took entirely too long to get down there. And we went to watched a comedy show with one of my favorite comedians. Probably maybe my favorite comedian right now. I really love him. He's an awesome human and does great things. Also for a good cause, Laughing Together, which is part of, I can't think of what it's called, but it's mental health and teaching social workers and teachers how to use comedy in like schools and stuff and to benefit mental health. So it's great, and it was a lot of fun. Hi Greg, how you doing? Uh-oh, Terry, I don't know. Should you text me what you did? Is something pierced or tattooed, or did you get another dog? Don't get another dog. Still claim you didn't need to go to a comedy show. I'm literally a phone call away. Hannah, get your minute ready. I need 1 minute of stand-up from comedy from Hannah. Call-in show is in 2 weeks. No, like a week and a day. Let's get your stand-up ready. You broke your L5. Wait, what's an L5? It sounds like a bone. Uh-oh. What'd you do? Somebody tell me what an L5 is. I have no idea what's happening. Oh, I'm not ready to bake. Talk amongst yourselves. I gotta get my pan out. Lady JD13 says in your spine. That's what I was thinking. Oh, never mind the old stale brownies that I didn't finish. I'll put those over there. Terry, what did you do? L5 is lumbar vertebrae number 5, the lowest. What did you... Friend, how? Like, we're old. I was way more active this weekend than you were. How did you break something very important? That's not like a wrist. Come on. You gotta be careful. You need to stay inside. You're on bed rest. I order it. I'll write a note for your work if you need me to. I got this. Hi, Ashy. How's it going? Everybody's ouching you. Scott's blaming Blue. Blucifer? It was probably Blucifer. You know the rules. You have to lay down even if there's a gremlin on your bed. It's the rules. I have no mouse. I can't go back up. I don't know what's happening. Saw one of our local Asian markets advertise honey tea this morning. Thought I should mention it in case you got sick again. No, I am good. I did not get any sort of sick. I did see, now that it's been a few days, so we're on Friday. Everybody went, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, not everybody. Some people only went certain days. But we're now several days out, and the COVID tests are starting to pop positive. People are starting to post them on the Facebook group. So I lucked out. And I was, like, in the thick of it. I was telling Dan, you watch these videos. I know you guys have seen the videos of concerts where there's, like, thousands of people. And it's just a sea of people as far as you can see. We were in that. It does not feel like that when you're in it. It did not feel like 15,000 people were there on Saturday. But we definitely, like, touched and breathed the same air as lots and lots and lots of people. And so far, I'm good. I left my house for 3 days around lots of people, and I did not get sick. I don't know how. Dan's around here somewhere. I don't know what he's doing. But Gremlin Jr. is here watching with OG Gremlin. No, Dan went in the other room. I don't know. 15,000, more like 15 dozen. No, Hannah. Last night was probably 15 dozen. Let me show you guys this video. Hold on, let me turn down my brightness because that's always a problem. I was in that sea of people. Nope, get out of here. Not now. Not only was I in that sea of people, I was pretty darn close. Like, I was behind, this is right up against the rail. Someone's taking this video. But I was pretty darn close for Pennywise. And Saturday was the day where they said there's 15,000 people here. And then they said, no, Fire Marshal, it's only 12. It's only 12.
And you get sick.
And I didn't get sick. Foxy Koala here. Thank you so much for your member super chat for supporting us for 47 months. I think one more month and you get Neon Head.
Oh.
Virtual Neon Head next to your name.
When do I get Neon Head?
You are a Neon Head. Uh-oh. Help, Mooch. I don't know how you can. Now he's stuck and neither of us can reach him. Foxy Koala says, hey, Dan and Crystal plus cats, let's get baked. We're doing this. We are about to. Don't swipe at him. His nail's stuck.
He's only in the...
Oh, I got him. Okay.
He's only in the inch between you and I that can't be...
Yes. It looks like sardines in a can. But what's really weird is it didn't feel like that. Like, we were all close to each other, but it did not feel like it was as packed as it looks. And I will forever look at videos like that differently and know that, like, everybody has their own breathing space, although they're all breathing the same air and catching the same COVID. Terry, I need more information. You never came back after that. Hannah got an adjustment yesterday. Best $40 I've spent in my life. At this point in my life, and I went to chiropractors from when I was 10 years old and fell on the top of my head off the, not quite monkey bars, but like the U-shaped bar that girls would put their knee on and flip. Oh, he did not want that. He wants to lay on his bed, and it's been overrun. Just look at Dan's hairy shirt. That's hot. So yeah, up until like 2 years ago, from when I was 10 years old until about 2 years ago, I went to the chiropractor, not regularly, but like with no thoughts about it. And then I read all these stories about things that happen because they're not actually licensed doctors. Fast Talking Sarah, if you're here, just plug your ears because I know you work in a chiropractic office.
Is it time?
My show. Hannah, those, what's the thing called? The punchy back massager?
Oh, if the brand is named It's Your Show.
Riveting, Dan. Riveting.
It's a
like back massager, like
punching massager
gun thing. We call it the punching machine.
The punching machine.
That has changed everything. Now, if for those of you who live alone, I don't know what you can do about that because you can't get your own back. I have one of those. That also feels so good.
Just get the one with the suction cup on the back and put it on your shower.
Put it on the shower and just lean up against it. The last time I went to the chiropractor, I had this pinch that like I could not lift my arm at all, and I've popped out ribs before and had to have the chiropractor pop it back in. I went to the chiropractor and I was there for 2 damn hours, and it was entirely too much. Theragun, is that, I don't know. There's all kinds of different brands and stuff, but we got one. I've not been back to a chiropractor since. They did that on me first at the chiropractor for like 5 minutes. I laid in one of those like massage table chair things, and after that I felt like I didn't need the chiropractor anymore, and I've been good ever since. Every time I start to get any sort of little pinch or poke or anything uncomfortable, I just make Dan punch me in the back with that. It really helps. Terry, we are too old to be wrestling, much like we are too old to be on skateboards, and I have video evidence of the fact that you are too old to be on a skateboard. Why were you wrestling? Terry, come on. Also, who did it to you? Show me. I'm going after him. So, tonight, cinnamon coffee cake muffins. Not only that, I'm going to show you guys this recipe that makes the most beautiful muffins. There's a couple little tricks, and theoretically, I've seen stuff online where you're supposed to be able to do this with any recipe. I tried it with the pistachio muffs, does not work, just so you know. BRM bug, no. Dennis, I don't know who Dennis is, but I'm coming for him. So these muffins, I'm not using a mega jumbo muffin tin. We're not making Costco size muffins. We're making a regular size muffin, but the muffin top is going to be huge and domed perfectly and amazing, and it's so great. And they're delicious. It's a pretty basic muffin, not gonna lie. It's just cinnamon coffee cake, but it is a really good muffin, and you're gonna want to try this. I am gonna try these tricks on different muffin recipes to see if it works on other things. Jim, stop that. Legit roughhousing at the park. That's it, you're not allowed to go to the park anymore. Today, Don was working on a car for his brother and cut his thumb really bad. He needs stitches, but instead he put a Band-Aid on it, then wrapped it in black tape, got drunk, and went to bed. I'm on board. Look, when I was like 8 or 10, I'm not really sure, I was running through the kitchen because we had a pool in our backyard, and I had to pee. And I went running through the kitchen, and my feet went out from under me, and I fell on a chair, and my cheek sliced open. You see that? It's not a dimple. My cheek sliced right open, gushing blood everywhere. I told my mom I'm not getting stitches, not happening, not doing it. She took me all around the neighborhood to ask all the neighbors what they thought, and she ended up putting a butterfly bandage on it, and look, now I can do this. I can't do that on the other side. It like cut the muscle so I can pull my cheek up, and now I look like I have a cute dimple, but I don't. Mission Space Orange is excited for cinnamon coffee cake, cinnamon, whatever these are. There's no coffee actually in them. Oh, Dan's dropping everything. Who even knows? I don't know. I guess we should make muffs. And Wilton says, wow, did you not know that? I'm pretty hardcore. Don't give me stitches. Give me a butterfly bandage. That's all I remember. I just remember being in the bathroom just yelling at my mom, I'm not getting stitches! Not doing it. Dang, Dad broke his back falling off a ladder helping my grandpa do a roof on a house. He was lucky he wasn't paralyzed. Come to think of it, Dad has been pretty damn lucky many times. Yes, he has. Dang. Alright, let me pull this recipe up because I wasn't ready. Wasn't ready yet. Come on, jump to recipe. This is why I hate the jump to recipe button. It never jumps to the recipe on the first try, or the second, or the third, or the fourth, and now we got a pop-up. Come on. What are we doing? I can't get rid of the pop-up because there's another pop-up over the X on the pop-up. I don't want to subscribe. I would just like for this to go away. Cool. Now how's it going, guys? It's coffee cake because you eat it with coffee. Well, I don't drink coffee, so I never have coffee cake. Don't let the plastic girls know you can get dimples cutting your cheeks open. Yeah, I don't recommend it at all. It worked out really well for me. It could have been my chin and given me a wicked scar, or my eyebrow, and I'd have that weird, like, no hair grows in that spot, but nope, I got a dimple instead. My aunt is 80 years old. She was painting in her house. She spent 4 days in the hospital. Jeez, from falling off a ladder? Dang, 80-year-olds should not be painting. Dang. Shannon broke her neck. You guys are... Dang, BR Bug just got a sinus infection. Which is brutal. I had one of those last year. Brutal. How are the cats? They're doing well. You can see an orange ear here. He's taking a bath, which means hopefully he'll go back to sleep soon. Mooch is over there sleeping in the bed. Everyone else has effed right off. I don't know. They're all leaving us alone. Shh, fell 5 feet. Okay, an 80-year-old person should not be 5 feet in the air. Let me see if I can get this pop-up to go away now that I've stepped away for a minute. Why are we not going away? Literally cannot get this pop-up to go away.
Call tech support.
Hey, Dan.
Oh, razzle dazzle.
There you go. I nearly went to the hospital Friday. I was assuming that K is supposed to be an I. Nearly collapsed. What happened? Were you dehydrated? Were you hot? Okay, come on with the damn pop-up.
Hey. If you didn't I tell you the Terminator rule? If you accost them, they're just gonna kill you later when they grow legs.
You wanna make this big giant orange pop-up go away? Because it's not going away. I even refreshed the page. Oh, what else is happening here? Short Dolphin got 7 stitches. I did end up having stitches, like, last year I had stitches.
Will the pop-up come back?
Yep, there it is. You know, this is why I recommended that thing that just pulls up the recipe and ditches everything else on everybody's blogs. Oh man, everybody's just broken. We're old. Zulu Crafter is tucking in yarn ends on some of the squares for the Afghan they are working on. Ooh, fun. Oh yeah, you shouldn't walk 2 miles if you're on a fasting diet. That's a bad combination. Okay?
Yeah.
Are we sure?
Yeah, I made a deal with the devil. It's gone on. I don't know.
It'll be back.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, I'm like, what the hell is that noise? Let me preheat my oven first, because one of the tricks for this recipe is you're going to start baking it at 425. After 7 minutes at 425, you don't take them out. You turn your oven down to 350 and you finish it out for 16 to 20 minutes. That's one of the tricks. So that helps the muffin to get like crispy on top, so then it'll dome up really well and it won't spread as much. So we're gonna start the oven at 425. I need the exercise. No, you need food if you're gonna walk 2 miles. You have to eat food. You can't just do that when you're not eating food. Amanda is here. Hello, friend. Nothing like hanging out with Dan, Crystal, and the RFS fam while working on some data entry for Chris's business.
Nice.
Good job.
Hi.
Good job.
I hope your adventure was fun.
Yeah, I saw your pictures. It looked fun. I put a picture of some of the squares on my Instagram page. He is so big. Yes, he is exponentially growing. Oh, are you settling in for a nap now? Gremlin. Just wait. The devil will rise.
He could be a gremlin.
Hannah says my oven doesn't work if you lower the temperature after it's heated up. Well, then I guess you're not making these muffins. That sucks. Alright, so there are multiple layers to this. We're going to make muffins. So we'll start with the muffin mix. Then there's going to be a cinnamon sugar layer that goes inside of the muffins. And then there's a crumb topping that goes on top. We're actually going to prepare the cinnamon sugar layer first. Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, that's going to be the muff. Okay, so we're going to start with the cinnamon sugar layer. Yes, we're ready. Okay, got this. Got this. Ooh, Emily got 2 new puppies. Are they full of the devil like mine? Because this one literally just runs around with his mouth open looking for something to bite. What is this like? Alright, I have an open stick of butter, so I'm going to start with that.
Oh, wait, I mean...
You did what? Can you hear me now? How about now? Alright, let's see if we can figure out what 3 tablespoons is, because the wrapper on the butter is never lined up right, Dan. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they always screw it up. So I always take another stick and I measure it against the middle of a whole stick, because the end this tablespoon
I forgot this camera was on. I'm sorry.
This tablespoon is not the same as this tablespoon, but this is an accurate tablespoon. So I take the end of my butter and I put it up against the line, and then I'm going to cut 3 tablespoons because that's what I need.
Did we also decide in different countries it's different measurements or something like that? Was there different units of measurements?
I think they're packaged differently, and I don't remember beyond that. I don't think they're like necessarily the same amount of butter per stick. So to say a stick of butter does not apply to everybody.
If I can get this funky angle over here, we might be able to see the cat and...
Wilhelmina says, I can't imagine how crazy he will be tomorrow. Flashback to last racing night. Oh, yeah. It's
oh, shoot.
I didn't even think about that. He might be in timeout. He might legit have to just go in timeout in the bedroom.
What do y'all want to do for racing night tomorrow? Do you want to do Rainbow Road or do you want to do bowling? Sorry, my machine's speeding up to warp speed.
Yeah, it's very loud back there. Amanda says we had an amazingly fun weekend last weekend. Now AJ is officially on fall break, so fun adventures with him will be had, although not like last weekend. I'm sad you guys were like in our portion of the world and we didn't get to hang out.
No.
We tried to make it happen, but I was gone. I mean, you could have hung out.
I was gone too.
Apparently you don't really like them. I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna empty the trash.
Oh no, I was gonna do it like 10 times and then...
Yep, it's overflowing.
And then I didn't.
Alright, let's see. We got a bowling is fun, Rainbow Road. Bowling, Rainbow Road. Rainbow Road, so the kitten can chase after the cars again. Rainbow Road, but I work tomorrow night, so I'll miss it. Boo!
How come? Look, I have like steak and trivia tech that also has pull capabilities, and yet I'm using my fingers as a pull. This is like so against company policy right here.
I mean, you've got enough fingers. Which
like,
one's which?
They won't let me have green at Red Bull, but like, so like, why am I allowed to like out with my hands?
You don't even care. Shannon asking if anyone else got to see Northern Lights. We did not, although I did see pictures from the Antelope Valley of pink and purple in the sky.
That's just from the...
I mean, that's what our sunsets look like. That's from the what?
Meth labs. Everybody, Jess, you'll have to see Jess. I don't know if she posted her pictures, but oh my gosh, it looked like a tie-dye sky. That's pretty cool. Australia
uses metric measurements. Butter usually comes in 250-gram blocks. Do you guys use ounces? No, it's measured in tablespoons and cups. So on here we have the lines, even though they're not lined up at the end. So like the end ones are not tablespoons. Like this one's a little small, this one's a little big. But line to line is a tablespoon. And like this recipe right now for this portion wants 3 tablespoons. The other portion of the recipe wants half a cup. So then there's these lines on the bottom that shows the whole stick is half a cup. Half a stick is a quarter cup. And then this weird like 5 1/3 is a third of a cup. So tablespoons and cups for us. But I don't know, are your cups even the same? I don't think you guys do cups, because everywhere else in the world is smart and weighs their ingredients, and then like we weren't trained to do that. So just got the notification that we're live. Oh, well, at least you're already here. Northern Lights are supposed to be better here than last night. Never saw them last night. Are you gonna try to see them tonight? You're pretty far north. You should have better luck than us.
They're not out there now. Now it's just a pretty sunset.
Yeah, we just have like pink and orange sunsets out here.
And the truck.
Alright, so what are we doing? We're going to add some brown sugar and some cinnamon to this. This is going to be our cinnamon sugar layer that we're going to put some of the batter in the cupcake liner thingies, and then we're going to put the cinnamon sugar layer, and then we're going to put more of the batter. Wolfie had a 28% shot, but it was too effing cloudy, right? Jess, we know you saw that. You post pics every time.
I didn't want to spoil Jess's picture. I don't know if she posted it, but there's one that has like yellows and I don't know. It was like straight up in the sky. It looked so pretty. It was like crazy colors. But everybody has it. Like I'm in a fantasy hockey group, and they all have Northern Lights except for me. I just had smog in the sky when we were driving.
It was foggy when we were driving home last night. Not as foggy as it was in San Pedro, where you could literally see the water in the air moving like a cloud. Liz had the Northern Lights. I can't remember the exact measurement of cups. Used to know. I figured it out at one stage, but forgot again. Oh, yeah, we just get measuring cups, and it's like a cup and a half a cup. Whoa, bro. You're a little unsteady on your feet. You can't come over here, though. You know the rules. Cheryl's in the same city as Uncle Yukon and didn't see any lights either. Boo. Maybe tonight.
What's up, Mooch?
I don't know. Alright, so we are going to do a third cup of brown sugar and 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon.
Look, it was this picture.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
I am very disappointed to learn, though, that most of what you see in the pictures is done by the camera.
It looks like my Easter
And it
egg.
does not look like that with your eyes.
That looks cool too.
It makes me sad. Where do I go to see them? Do I have to go to the park? You have to go somewhere where there's no light pollution. And preferably, I don't know where you live, but like the northern portion of the country is having better luck. Although, like I said, people posted pictures if they saw them here. But yeah, wherever you can go in your town that there's the least amount of light pollution. So if the park's completely dark, then yes. Although, I don't think you're supposed to be in the parks after dark. They'll come kick you out. I've been kicked out of parks after dark. 1, 2, 3, Oh yeah, Short Dolphin, you should be able to see them. Like, I don't know what's going on in Green Bay. Like, where's the place? Search. Like, just Google it. Like, where to see the Northern Lights in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I bet somebody posted something about a good place to go. But be safe. Ooh, Uncle Yukon calling Cheryl out. You do? What's the first letter of each name of this city? Ooh. I don't even know that. I have a box around here with your address on it, though. She just said, V. Alright, so this is our filling. We're going to set this aside. Right now it's pretty liquidy, but
Jim, yes.
It'll solidify it a little bit. Yeah, Jim says too much light pollution. Too lazy to drive 5 minutes out to the country to look. We can drive like 5 minutes that way, but the last time we did that, it got a little sketchy, so we don't do that too much. Alright, there's our filling stuff. We're just going to set that aside and move on to next step. Alright, we're making the muff now. Flour, sugar, baking powder. We're going down to nutmeg. And hiccups. Just as the campground they are at has insane light pollution, so that she drove 15 minutes alone to a lake in the dark, and Jamie stayed with the dogs. Oh, that was nice of him. Hilo the Husky, thank you so much for your member super chat. You are 7 months away from Neon Dan Head. And thank you for supporting us. Says, hi Dan and Crystal, chillin' watching Salem's Lot 1979. Great movie. Then all the Terror for movies? I don't know what that is. I have not watched a single scary movie.
Terrifier is like that like clowny type thing. We haven't seen any of those yet.
Maybe we should watch those. Yeah, the last 2 weeks have been a blur, and I haven't... This weekend we're watching we're binging scary
Misery
movies.
was on. It was so good. Misery was on, and I know you guys did the Misery movie, and like on Twitch there's just scary movies running 24/7, so I had it on, and so like it was cool. Like every time I look over, she was doing some jacked up stuff. Like it's
free, bro.
I mean, it seems like parenting in the 80s. Like it seems like normal parenting in the 80s. Now you couldn't get away with this stuff.
Yeah, you can't smash your kids' ankles anymore.
No, or just like it was so good. The dude tried to poison Kathy Bates, and then she like spilled the wine, and he was so mad because he had like hid the pills forever. But the best part of the whole movie was when the cop dude opens the door and sees the victim guy at the bottom of the staircase, like in in the basement, which is always unbelievable to me because we never had basements. I'm like, that's only for scary movies. When I first went to Jess's house and went creaking down the basement, I'm like, I'm pretty sure a baseball bat's coming to the back of my head.
Pretty sure I'm getting murdered down here.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, we're doing 3 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour.
But the cop's standing there like, what? And Kathy Bates is gonna hit him on the back of the head with like a fire poker or something. But nope, 12 gauge shotgun at point blank, nope kickbacks. And it was just like, boom! I was like, oh, out loud I screamed like, bah! It was pretty good. That was a good one. It was good. Misery was funny. It was good stuff.
All right, that's our 3. Now we need 3/4. Mission Space Orange says, try cinnamon and sugar in a half a slice of bread and butter. Oh, that's like poor people dessert. Also, it sounds like you should try cinnamon and sugar on a half a slice bread.
That sounds
so you
good,
don't pass
actually.
out.
I would eat that on
cinnamon
toast.
Sugar bread?
Oh, yeah, on toast? Heck yeah. You take the bread, you put the toast on it, then you add the cinnamon sugar stuff on top of the butter. That's really good. That's really good. Yeah, Misery is where like Kathy Bates was like really like got popular from that. Like everybody knew her from that.
Uh-oh, you're scaring Sam now. She's afraid to go into her basement. You should be. All right, 3 3/4 cups of flour. Now we need 1 3/4 cups of sugar. Excuse me, I need to grab my other measuring cups. Because I like doing dishes.
So they're auctioning off the Game of Thrones props from all the Game of Thrones stuff.
Right.
And like Arya's needle went for like 80 grand. I didn't see Jon Snow's sword went for a lot of money too, but I didn't see it. I'm waiting for the throne to come up. The bell, the shame bell, is what Mizkif was trying to bid on. Like one of those streamers I was watching was trying to bid. And it went for like 80 grand for the shame bell. They wanted to buy the shame bell so they could shame around.
I would totally, absolutely.
Probably one of our funnest things of Game of Thrones was the shame bell.
Jim wants to know if we've considered an exorcist for the Gremlin. It has crossed my mind, not gonna lie. One of my coworkers got a kitten. He said it was too rowdy, so he went to the vet and got Prozac for his kitten.
That's lazy parenting.
Kinda.
Oh, he's snoozing up there. Don't wake him up.
I'm not waking anybody up.
No, not you, the chat.
Oh. Alright, 1 3/4 cups of sugar. There's my 1. Oh my gosh. My cup's almost full. One. Oops, don't break that. I'll have to make Dan print another one. It'll take months. 2. 3. That guy shouldn't have a cat, right? I told him, like, that's terrible. You should get him another cat. Like, that will solve the problem.
Cat's got pretty good health care, though.
Right? He takes his cat to the vet, like, every other week. It's really weird. My cat didn't eat breakfast this morning. He's got to go to the vet. New suggestion for a kitten named Milton. He's like the storm of a century. That's pretty funny. Also, I think that's also the name of a Stephen King book. I think I just watched that movie on one of your trips. This is really hard to stir because this bowl is so full.
I could tell. I'm watching you kind of like try to struggle.
I haven't spilled the granule yet, though. Alright, to this we're going to add 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Your machine's loud, Dan. It's distracting.
You should be louder.
1.
You should be loud like it's
2.
like it's a concert that you're still not home from.
I'm not.
I haven't seen Crystal at all.
Still
Crystal's
riding
just
that high.
She's just in her phone. Her fingers going 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Just watching the videos and talking to my friends. Talking to my new friends.
You should just run away from your life.
I might. Next Wednesday we're going to see Roger. I might ask him if I can just follow him.
It happened on like Freaks and Geeks. It happened on the Wonder Years.
Listen, I think I understand now why people followed the Grateful Dead.
Didn't you have friends that like sold sandwiches?
I did have friends that made grilled cheese sandwiches in the parking lot and followed the Grateful Dead.
I mean,
like before I knew them, but
it's probably not a popular business model these days. So there might not be like that much community. Might be like a bad tailgate.
I think the people who would be willing to follow the dead are still holding up the traditions.
I mean, John Mayer is the lead singer of the Dead right now.
No, is he really?
Yeah.
No.
Dude, he's good. Why does everybody think that he's like a dang cook?
Because your body is a wonderland.
Oh my gosh, that was one song. That was one song.
It's
And
the only
just
song
because,
anybody knows.
Just because your body's like a broken down amusement park and not a wonderland doesn't mean you should hate on John Mayer.
Fair. Totally fair. Just become a groupie, I might. I was really sad today when I saw Roger post video from the crowd of the NoFX concert. He was not backstage. And I was looking because when they played their... So NoFX's last song is like an 18-minute song. It goes on forever. And it was one of those things where like all their friends came out at the end. And JR, the saxophone player, he came out and was playing with them. And I'm like, where's my boy Roger? He was like... ahead of me and to the right a little bit.
Looking for you.
Like, he was there. If I would have just shoved my way through, I could have gone and, like, rocked out with Roger, but there I was just hanging out with Nanda.
He went out to the audience to find you. I'm gonna go find that ginger. The one that stood in the sun?
And didn't get sunburned? It's like magical ginger over here. You don't know.
Chris says, my body's a wonderland.
My body's Candyland.
Oh, man, I wish I had had that punchline instead of...
You don't eat as much candy as I do.
I know,
you can't
but,
be Candyland.
Oh, I love that. I wish that was my punchline. Oh.
No, sometimes you gotta let me have a funny, Dan.
Oh,
Sometimes I gotta have one.
That
They
was
can't all be yours.
That was a good one.
Alright. Ooh, nutmeg is so nutmeggy. Like, you'll always smell that over everything else. I forgot this recipe has nutmeg.
I got more votes for Hot Wheel Bowling.
Hannah's body's a toxic wasteland.
If we do bowling, we don't have to set up as much.
Yeah, except that I have to set up the pins 500 times. Let's not forget that you don't have to set up as much.
Would you like me to hire a pin girl? Like a Vanna, like, do I need to get a Vanna White?
There's no room in this house for a third. Look, there's another vote for Rainbow Road to balance it out. There we go. Dan's body's cheeseburger land. It absolutely is.
So good
Alright, so here's our dry ingredients. I'm gonna give this a little stir. It's thickened up a little bit. We still got a little liquid on top. I want to try to get that in there. You just snuggle in the mooch. Oh yeah, I'm not grating nutmeg. Ain't nobody got time for that. My wife does not have time for that. Do you know I still have to mail people Christmas postcards? Let me tell you guys right now, if you want a recipe postcard this year, you better get that ish to me like by Christmas, because if it comes after like the mass push of them going out,
I apologize. I don't know how that started. Crystal, focus.
My show. You're fired. Oh, Gila Husky, didn't you? Oh, somebody ordered something and I thought yours was the one I put the
Yeah, you got
the card in it. I don't know. I thought I put yours in there. Look, there's a stack over there. We found it. I know it's nearly Christmas again. Let this be a lesson. Get your Christmas cards to us early, because if you get it late, you're getting it late. That's the way it is. I don't know. Sorry. You know how much is going on? I don't know. Okay, so one of my ingredients is also buttermilk, but if you guys remember, I get the buttermilk powder because buttermilk doesn't last very long, or like not long enough for me to use it all up. So I'm gonna put the powder in with my dry ingredients and add the amount of water to my wet ingredients, because you mix the buttermilk powder with water, but the pro tip is to add the powder to the powder and the water to the water. Now you see why I have a cutoff. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't have time to sit down and then like think of something witty to write. And
you might if you wanted to.
It's an election year. Who has time for this?
Look, we have not tried the Krabby Patty from Wendy's, Sam, because like they didn't even like.
I heard they were gross.
It's like it's just a Dave single with some Krabby Patty sauce on it, but like the wrapper's not even like a Krusty Krab wrapper or anything.
They put it in this fancy box in the ads and stuff, and the great wrapper, and that's not actually what's happening.
You just get it a Dave single. I have not. What is the Krusty Krab Patty? Is it like more like Big Mac sauce? Because it seems to me that every sauce that's that color is some sort of like mac sauce or a zest.
Some sort of Thousand Island.
Yeah.
All right, so we use a tablespoon of buttermilk for every quarter cup of water. This is going to be 1 1/4 cups of buttermilk. So we're going to do 5 quarters, so 5 tablespoons.
This is a burger with Thousand Island. And then, like Thousand Island isn't normally on a Dave single, right? Like, is that what the gimmick is? I have no idea. I think it's a U.S. thing. That's fair. That's fair, friend. I want the pineapple frosty. That sounds like it would be
That does
fun.
sound good. I think it was pineapple mango, wasn't it?
I might have to bring you one of those.
You
All
might
right,
have to.
guys, we might have to go next week.
Also, I heard they had a s'mores one.
What am I doing?
Or no, hot chocolate, not s'mores.
I don't know if I'm around next. I'm around. I'll look at my schedule at some point. Maybe we could do a live stream and I can go try it out. We'll bring Crystal a pineapple mango smoothie. It's zesty Thousand Island dressing. Okay, so that's boring. Like I can taste that already in my thing. The next Pet Expo is the Novi Pet Expo in December. The second week of December. That's the next one. And then that's it for the year until
It only tastes like a bit
March.
of mango. I bet. I'm sure the pineapple is overwhelming. That's a much stronger flavor.
And I'm
than
okay.
mango.
I like that though. So I would like that. That sounds good to me.
If you guys go to Denny's, they have an amazing mango smoothie. Did I tell you about that? We went to Denny's Saturday and Sunday for breakfast last weekend, and I make a fruit smoothie every day for breakfast, and I can't do that in a hotel room, so I ordered the mango smoothie. So good. Not as good as the one we had at the Mexican restaurant.
Is that where I was gonna say? You and I just had a mango smoothie
at the Mexican restaurant. It was amazing in San Diego. Yeah, it was really good. If you guys go to Denny's and you're down for smoothies, get yourself a mango smoothie. All right, I gotta get this back in the fridge.
Yeah, Denny's hits. Oh yeah, we didn't tell anyone yet that we are going back to the Virginia for the Super Pet Expo. Am I coming back for that too, Jess? Even though I signed off on you doing it.
All excited.
I signed off on you doing it. But that's
Alex
right.
wants you to bring him with you to Michigan. Mooch looks so sweet hanging out with Dan, just watching everything going on around him. Yeah, he just doesn't have energy to do anything. Look at his back legs are just flopping around, Dan. Could you hold on to him a
I
little
don't
bit
have
better?
any more hands. Yeah, Alec, you should come out.
No, Amanda, I did not just drink all weekend. I was good. I was really good. I did not even get a hangover, despite the fact that I basically blacked out for the second half of NoFX. Don't remember anything. Saw videos of them playing songs.
Saw videos of you in the crowd.
There was actual video of me singing the songs. It was we showed up in somebody else's video. I don't know how Nanda found it, just by luck. There is a video of Nanda and I singing along to the song that we could have sworn they did not play. And when we saw the next morning video that they played it, we're like, I don't remember that. And then she found video of us singing along. So clearly we were there. Clearly we were conscious. Clearly we were having a good time and singing along to it. Don't remember them playing the Brews at all.
Was that puke next to the car night?
That was... not until we got back to the car. I did not puke in the venue.
You can come back to Virginia, Alec. That's closer.
Yeah, it is a little scary to know that I blacked out. I did not think I drank that much. We got there, at 3 in the afternoon, so it's not like we were out in the sun all day long. It was dark by, 7. From 3 to 9, I had 2 pretty good size 11.1% drinks. Did not do the math on that. Did not even finish the second drink, by the way. I only drank, maybe 2/3 of it. Yeah, I ate. Absolutely. I had a big old... No, that was the day I ate at home. I had an egg burrito...
You had
I had a pizza pretzel. That was pizza pretzel day.
Yes.
No.
You had a...
No, we didn't eat till afterwards.
You had a half a donut. A ube donut.
We did not eat at the venue that day. Pizza pretzel day was Saturday, and then noodles was Sunday. So no, we did not eat at the venue. We got fast food on the way home. Yeah, I don't know. I don't drink very often or very much, and I was going big and going hard, and we learned our lesson. I remember Saturday and Sunday. I did not drink that much on Saturday and Sunday because,
Hangover steak sounds inappropriate. Is that what you eat the next morning, is a hangover steak?
I had neither a hangover nor a steak. Vegetarian here. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, now we're doing the eggs, the buttermilk liquid, which is just the water to mix with the powder, vegetable oil, and vanilla extract.
Vanilla?
Vanilla.
Vanilla? Like Banicula?
No. Not at all like that. Yeah, I absolutely let my hair down. It's been a stressful life. And, I go to concerts. Like, that's the thing I do. And it's a few hours, 3, 4 usually. This was 3 days. This was like, I have zero responsibilities. I don't have to make sure anybody is fed or cleaned or anything.
You came back pretty happy.
I came back so happy. We're going to have to do, like, yearly.
I'm telling you, you need to.
Festivals.
Also, I was saying, I'm like, you need to do this more often.
I do. I was scared about 3 days, especially 3 days outside. I was legit scared that I was just going to die.
You got a bad track record lately.
Yes.
You did well.
I did amazing, except for that part where I blacked out.
I mean, it's not like you still like. Well, who knows what you did between the standing there time where you came back to life, but like, you weren't laying on the ground.
No, I was not passed out.
Right.
Just like, my brain did not make memories of any of that portion of. They played for 2 hours, and it was probably the second hour. I don't remember. I remember walking back to the car. I distinctly remember, like, struggling to get one foot in front of the other and feeling like I was going to fall over backwards. And, like, forcing myself to walk 0.7 miles to the car while pretty much blackout drunk.
0.7.
0.7. I checked Google. I remember that part. Do not remember the last hour of NoFX. Didn't know. Like, I've never blacked out before in my whole life. That was weird. It's a really weird feeling, especially to see the video of me there singing along and enjoying myself with my alcohol drink in my hand and checking to make sure my earrings didn't get knocked out when I got jostled, because these are the right size, but they're a little small. Like, this particular earring just runs a little bit small, and they fall out a lot.
I made Nanda some NoFX earrings. Those were fun.
Yes, she got lots of compliments on that. All right. 2 eggs, 1 1/4 cup of water for the buttermilk.
Yeah, so we're going to be going back to the Virginia Pet Expo. I would love to go to DC again. I would love to go to the Smithsonian again. Dan, when do you get to see the dogs? Probably in a few weeks to go out there pumpkin carving.
That's like a week and a half.
It's like a week and a half, so probably around then.
I've blacked out more than I care to admit. I've never, ever, and like, I used to drink a lot more than I do now. Now I know my limits. Like, I don't want to puke. I don't want to fall asleep. I try to be careful about that. But, I was not careful at all. Chris says he may have had too much wine last Sunday in Cali. Yeah? Did you black out, though? Alex says he blacked out once from being drunk. Yeah, it's a weird feeling. I'm very, like, hyper aware of everything going on around me at all times, and to just not remember is weird. Greg is almost ready. Alex says, then again, I'd have to explain how a blind man blacks out.
I mean, you found my
Aren't
car.
You always blacked out?
That's like less inexplicable than you finding my car at Disneyland from across the country.
Yeah, that was weird. You with your 2 working eyes. You couldn't find it.
They're blurry. I'm getting closer to Alec than to like an eagle.
All right, that's half a cup of oil, and we're doing 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Shannon says we can definitely help you out with the DC trip. We're going back in December to see the museums. Fun.
Yeah, it was really cool there. I had a lot of fun with Greg too. So when Jess says like, should we go back to DC? All I think of is like Greg and I running around having fun.
Amanda says Chris made everything weird last Sunday with his wine. He slept in the car on Monday while driving home. Did you make him sleep in the car Sunday night too? I would have. How much vanilla are you going to use? All of it. This is 2 teaspoons-ish. You measure with your heart. You kind of splash it and get an idea of like, it's a teaspoon, sure. Oops,
whoa.
Hi, do you bake? One time Dan made muffins and he used olive oil instead of vegetable oil, so do not take his advice or recommendations or concerns
that was 20
into account.
That was 20 years ago.
# never forget.
Really though, that was like 20 years ago.
Never forget. And you haven't been allowed to bake since. That's not true. You made cookies one time when I wasn't feeling it.
I bought the Pokemon cookies a bunch of years ago that were already pre-made, and I burnt them to a crisp.
The slice and bakes?
Remember, I burnt them into a crisp.
I do remember. Absolutely. He passed out on the drive to the hotel. You know, it happens to the best of us. I had to make Nanda drive because she was not nearly as drunk as I was. I was like legit sitting there in the parking lot going, we're just going to have to stay here. I can't drive us. This is not safe. I should not be driving. I can't even like function.
I knew it was bad news when you were drunk at like the middle of the day on Friday. Where was I? I was setting up for the live stream. I was like, oh, you have like a long time ahead of you.
I think part of me didn't really realize that they were going to end at 9:15. Like, my math did not account for 9:15. Like, that's awfully early. I know we're old.
It don't matter.
9:15 is early.
You can explode these, at our age, you can explode in 3 hours. You can get super drunk and wasted and have no fun at hour 3. It's that quick. It's that quick these days.
But the other 2 days, I drank a bunch until 3 o'clock when they stopped giving out free beer, and I was fine by 9. I used to drink when I was young, but gave up. Took me a while to figure out I don't like alcohol and detest being drunk. In social situations, I like a little bit of buzz to relieve a bit of the social anxiety. I don't like to just like drink and like hang out on my couch. I'm just gonna go to sleep. Because I'm asleep by 9:15. See, I'm not. I'm up till like midnight tonight. Like, I've been tired all day, but it's not insomnia, call it a night owl, whatever it is. Like, I come alive at like 10 o'clock and I'm awake and I'm like, let's leave the house. What are we doing? You want a project? I function better at night. I don't function well when the party ends at 9:15. That just wasn't working for me at all. This is very foamy. Alright, what are we doing here? Alright, we're going to gradually mix in the dry ingredients. Oh, I wanted just to do all this with a fork or a spatula. Oops.
You have a machine now. It's like mini forks.
Yeah, but sometimes it'll overmix. That's why they'll specifically tell you to do that. Maybe that's why it's so foamy. I need to whisk, because I'm like, what are you staring at, Gremlin? You got a sleepy face. Is that like a meringue? No, I mean, it does have eggs in it, but it's eggs and it's supposed to be buttermilk, but I just put the water in from the buttermilk powder and water mixture and oil and vanilla. I'm not sure why it got quite so foamy, but here we are, living the foamy life. This will knock it down a bit. I'm the same way, a permanent night owl. Yeah, it doesn't matter that, like, I have to be at work at 8. I'm rarely at work at 8. Like, maybe once or twice a week, I am there at or before 8 o'clock. Otherwise, it's between 8:01 and 8:10. That's just the life I live. I'll be ready to go, and then just, like, trying to get my stuff together, and, well, they're talking about moving our office further away from home, and I'm just gonna have to tell them, like, you're going to have to understand that I will just be here later. Amanda says, you want to make our Halloween costumes? I have all the stuff, just need to build them. Oh, my Halloween costume making days are over. Also, trying to figure out if we're making a Halloween costume for Dan. I do want to know what your costumes are going to be, though. Man, we were looking at Halloween costumes, and there's a Minecraft Steve costume. So pathetic. Just, like, they didn't put any effort into it at all. I made Blake a Minecraft Steve. I just took a box and painted it like Steve right when Minecraft was first out, and nobody knew what it was, and everybody thought he was a Lego guy. I made Blake a Transformer costume too. I think that's up on my Facebook. Out of just boxes, I just painted USPS boxes. I made some pretty good costumes out of some free stuff. The demon is moving. Yeah, but he's still sleepy. He's not, like, functional. Dan's not already in a Halloween costume. Sorta, huh? I do all my 3D printing at night. Yes. We're making Toby a spider costume this year. Oh, you guys have to show me your costumes this year. You guys need to make sure to post them on the Facebook group. I want to see everybody's costumes. I haven't done a costume in years. I just make Dan's costumes and sit behind the camera. That looks really good. It's getting there. What you scrounging for, Dan? You could have totally made pizza, like,
You did
before.
to make the oven.
I know, but I forgot that it goes to 425 before I turn it down.
I
And
wish you would have just not said that. And like just let me believe that
I'm a dick.
there was no pizza time.
Sorry, I'm on concert high. I don't care about your problems. My advice to everybody now is, like, if you're struggling, life's getting a little too hard. Have you thought about a concert? Consider a concert. Concert tickets, cheaper than therapy. Well, I guess that depends on your concert. No Effects tickets were not cheaper than therapy. That was a pricey weekend. But worth it for my mental health. Afriel says someone should be Dan for Halloween.
Yeah, Chris, Amanda, and AJ were all down.
They were all Dan.
Yeah.
Okay, this is too thick for a whisk anymore. Hannah says they have Lego D&D minifigs, $5 a piece.
I did
yeah,
see-
minifigs are not cheap.
I did see those. They were kind of cool, but none of them really caught my eye. There
Don't
was like,
they come in boxes now, so you can't even feel for which one you want?
now the hot setup is when you go and look to see which ones they are, they give you the gram weight.
You gotta go weigh them.
Yeah, no. So you just go to the Target, you get the scale out of the food aisle, you go take them and weigh them to see which one you want now, instead of
Crazy.
feeling them, because they're
I had
gram weighted.
100% success rate with squishing the packages to figure out which one it was.
You did. That was your jam.
Mission Space Orange says, once I get a bigger resin printer, I'll consider doing Halloween cosplay and Halloween. Blake was printing like Star Wars helmets for a while, and then his ADD got the best of him. And they're in a pile with the spray paint. Okay, so here's what we do. We're gonna cover this with a towel, and yes, the batter's going to be very thick. You want to stir it just until combined. Don't overmix. There are still some like chunks like when you make pancakes. Totally fine. Don't worry about it. We're covering it with a towel for 15 minutes. That's one of our tricks. Will the little gremlin chill out as he grows? Only time will tell. I mean, theoretically, yes, but only time will tell. He's chill, like, when it's bedtime, he comes and lays between my legs and goes to sleep every night, and he's happy. I wake up every morning to the bedroom door being closed, which tells me he caused some ruckus and Dan got up and closed the bedroom door.
Because at sometimes
Alexa,
at like
set it 15.
sometimes at like 6 in the morning or so, I hear bleep 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 with the cuss words, because he like jumps in the middle of the bed and just one move flips underneath there and just right onto Crystal's butt.
Always on my bed.
And she's like,
and I curse in my sleep.
and she hops out of bed like it's Fred Flintstone. She's like, yabba dabba doo. And she goes straight up and then back down, and then you're back to sleeping. And then so I have to kick him out because he's like ruckusing all the other cats.
Okay, so while that's resting, we're going to make our crumb topping.
Wait, I need Becky here, please. Sorry. Okay, you got it.
Barely. Alright. So this is going to be a quarter cup of butter. Jim, I don't even know what I said that you're referring to, but I hope it made you laugh. I recognize those brats from Aldi. Yeah, Shannon's calling you out.
Who it is?
Shannon,
Shannon, yes!
she recognizes your brats.
Yes! I got all the reviews. Oh, here's all the reviews at the end.
What you got? Oh, you guys need to get this. Although I will say it's better on top of a warm square of brownie. It's basically Biscoff cookie flavored, and it's amazing.
It says it's amazing on it.
Does it say it's amazing?
Yeah.
It's not wrong.
Do you see it? Look at it.
That's the brand. The brand is amazing. It's really good. I will say it's not a really dense ice cream. It's great because you don't have to leave it out for very long.
Oh,
before
that's
you
right.
eat
That's
it.
true.
Yeah, it's like a fluffier ice cream. Are you microwaving when I need to microwave?
You?
You're fine. What else is happening here? Aldi is the bomb. It really is. Afriel says his coat is deepening in color and getting closer to your color. We're almost 20s.
He's got little tiger stripes. I don't have a name. I've been thinking about it. Right now, he's either a gremlin or a monster.
Or the devil.
Yep, or sleeping. So I'm waiting for
done
something. Yeah. He's not a Tigger, even though he does Tigger things. He's not I like Gatsby, but he's not a Gatsby. He hasn't, like...
Oh, now it smells like hot dog in there.
He hasn't, like, come into his name yet. Yeah, I'm just gonna raw dog it. Oh, that's hot.
It's a hot dog, bro.
Oh, maybe it'll cool off if I cup it.
Yeah, we're still working on nicknames, but we'll come up with a name. He smells your dog.
What about Rusty? Creamy. Uh-oh, he's Lucifer. He is right now.
Absolutely.
I forgot I would like that.
Jim recommending any of the Oktoberfest German items at Aldi. Yes, they do come out with a
I like
bunch
the
of that.
Joffrey cakes are pretty good and stuff.
If he's the devil, name him Morningstar. That's a mouthful. Then I end up just calling him Morn. Morny. How's it going there?
I'm trying to eat my hot dog.
I can't call him Lucy. That's my niece's name. That's maybe a little insulting. But he does get called the devil a lot. I shall call him Duck. That's quacktastic. You just watching? You getting the hang of this laying on the pillow for baking? He licked the bratwurst. The kitten? Did you let the kitten lick it? Oh, you licked it? Ew. I'm sorry you guys had to see that. This is what I deal with. This is my life. It's terrible. Oh, that's hot. Whew. Dan never brought me a mouse, so if I miss your thing, just say it again. Alright, I'm gonna let that cool for a minute. I'm gonna mix up, hold on. I already used all my measurings. Dan is Captain Chaos. Absolutely. Absolutely.
What's up, my little gremlin?
Alright, we're going 3/4 cups all-purpose flour. He is adorkable, though. Yeah, that he is. He's lucky he's cute. 1. Ha ha ha. 2. Ha ha ha. 3. Ha ha ha. You know he has to go next week for more shots, right?
Is it? Is that time already?
The 17th, I think it said. I got an email. Seems like he's going to be even taller and longer than Topo. That's entirely possible. Absolutely possible.
Every time we get a cat, they're bigger than the next.
Yeah. We're running out of room in here.
Oh, preview coming.
What you scrounging for now? Alright, we're doing a 1/3 cup of brown sugar. Do you always when you count?
Only because you.
Usually in my head, and only when baking. Like I'm a counter. Like I count steps, especially stairs. I count lots
you're
of things.
A freaking ant. Did you count steps back to your car when you were drunk on Saturday?
No, steps like stairs. Like I count stairs. All the time. It's a compulsion. I've done it as long as I can remember. It helps to do it while I'm baking on camera because if I start talking, I'll forget how many I did. But if I in between, it helps me to remember where I'm at.
The save button.
And do you have the flavor of OCD where you count steps? Me too. It's fun, huh?
Crystal doesn't need a mouse. Just say better stuff. And then she'll have to scroll
Will
up.
he be neutered soon? Yes. I keep telling Dan, like, we should get on that. If you guys remember, when we got Baxter and Roxy, like, right when they showed up, we took them to the vet, and they were like, we can fix them now. And then they did, and they were, like, 2 months old. This vet wants to wait a little bit longer. Like, they prefer to wait a little bit longer. He's, like, 3 months old now. It's probably time. His bits are getting a little big, and it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm not used to looking at boy bits.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's why I got you neutered. But yes, I think that might help to calm him down a little bit as well. So we are getting there. I don't know, because Dan is going to Michigan, so maybe we wait until November to do it. And if that's the case, maybe we should make an appointment now. I don't know, man. Life, it's really busy. But yes, sooner than later, because if he starts spraying, he can't live here anymore. Will he start spraying? If we wait too long, we're still good right now. But yeah, we definitely need to make sure to get that done before they start spraying. Okay, and this is a teaspoon of cinnamon. Christine, yes, you did not miss muffins. We're making muffs now. I'm making the crumb topping. So, is he just being as cute as he can be right now? Mm-hmm. We made the what's it called? Hold on. The cinnamon sugar layer. We made the muffin batter, and then that sits for 15 minutes. That's one of the tricks to making these amazing muffins. And now we're making the crumb topping. And then we'll put them all together and put them in the oven. Make an appointment now is what I could recommend. Yeah, our vet's not too, like, far out. But, yeah, we're getting to, like, the last 2 weeks have been chaos. I haven't had time to think about it, but, yeah, that's one of the things, like, this weekend Dan and I need to figure out before or after. Probably after, so Dan's here to just kind of keep an eye on him. Usually it's easier with the boys because it's just, like, an outside procedure. They don't have to be, like, cut open and stuff. But I would still like for somebody to be here during the day with him. Dan used to spray, yeah, and then I got him fixed. He doesn't spray anymore. And he sits down to pee. Cole started spraying at 5 months old, way sooner than our other male kittens did. Luckily, he stopped when he got neutered. That is lucky. Yeah, I think, he'll be about 5 months, I think. If we do it like early November. Like when Dan gets back, we should do it. So he showed up beginning of August and he was about a month. So then August, September, October, 4 or 5 months. Jody with the super chat, please boop him and tell him he's loved. Hey, boop. You gonna fight me? He's always gonna fight. You see that like instant reaction of like, let's fight. He's a feisty boy. Aw, you are loved. You're very well taken care of. This little baby has never known a moment of strife in his life. I don't know what happened to him before he got in my house. He doesn't either. He's just living his best life. Your vet isn't far out. Hippies make great vets, I heard. Shut up. Alright, Dan took away the side cam. Oh, but he's being so cute. Oh, he locked up. You guys don't even get to see how cute he's being. He's like on his back and rolling around. That's a sad story. Is someone singing? It's Mooch howling from the other room. So, oh, why are you so cute? When he's not full of the devil, he's really cute. Typical crumble topping thing. Nothing to see here. Dan's trying to fix the locked up camera. Oh, you locked him in, huh?
Yeah, he was in there eating.
Well, he's not eating anymore. He's just yelling. How come you locked him in there?
I couldn't hold him no more, and he just wanted on the counter where you're at.
Gotcha.
I don't know what to do.
That's fair. That's because someone's in his bed. He says that's not fair.
Okay.
Alright. We got 4 more minutes. Has he had the turn with the collective singular orange cat brain cell yet? This one's pretty smart. So we got one of those things that it's like the circle and it has the fabric circle over the top, and then when you turn it on, the little thing goes like this underneath the fabric for them to try to catch it. He knows how to turn it on. Like, oh, I want to play with this, and he goes and pushes it and turns it on. Mooch will always be the star of the show. Absolutely. Hello, Railroad. No, he does not have a name yet. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. The vet calls him Seven still. I don't know. Right now, he's a monster. He's the devil. But look, what happens if we name him something like that, and then he turns out to be the sweetest little boy, and then he's got a name like Lucifer? It's mean. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Mooch is very mad at you.
He is very mad.
We're just not on camera anymore.
No, you just can't see you.
Okay.
They can see you.
Yes, Melissa, we will know the name when it comes. Or he'll get a name like Kitty did. You should do a Mooch plushie, but only fill the head and paws with fluff. Aw, poor Mooch. He used to be so big and meaty. He's just old. That's what happens. Like, look, he's the equivalent of like an 80 or 90-year-old human. That's what happens. You just start to deteriorate. Alright, here's the next trick for these muffs. You only put muffs in every other cup. You don't put it in all of them because you want them to have room to spread. You'll see. You'll see when these come out. And just don't go with something from Lovecraft genre. No. No, I'll know what it is when I figure it out. There's still some ideas rolling in my head, but nothing feels right yet. Are you printing poop over here? It looks like poop, Dan.
Is it?
Alright, we got like 2 minutes left. Call him Tadpole. Well, that won't work very well when he's a 15-pound cat, which I'm pretty sure he's going to be. Judging by how much he has grown already and how long he is, that's going to be a big boy. Should little gremlin help with his mitts on this part? Only if you want his poop rakes in it. Crystal's case of the sprawling muffins. Yes. Do they spread a lot on top? Yes, you will see. They become like a big giant muffin top. It's amazing. It's really fun. Still waiting for my setting batter. I remember the last batch you made, they looked delicious. Yes, I did not make these on the show, but I did show you guys these because I made them not on the show, and I showed you how amazing they were and forgot, like, hey, I never made those on the show. We should do that. Jim, I don't know what I said again, but hope it made you laugh. Call him Murder Mittens. Yeah, he's got all the mitts. Oh, I can't listen to him cry. It makes me sad.
But like, he's just gonna be all over the counter.
Maybe he's learned his lesson.
Hey, oh, that's true.
Do you want to put the air on? Because it's getting kind of warm. Thanks. A big giant muffin top. I too have goals of being amazing.
We've lost side camera.
Do you lubricate the tins before the cups? No. No, I just stick them right in here. No. No. Tothulu? No. Oh, and every utterance of the plural muffs. Alexa, stop. You can thank McDonald's for that. Because when they run out of the English muffins for the breakfast sandwiches, at least 20 years ago when Jason worked there, the protocol was to yell, down on muffs, when you were running low on muffins. Oh, do you just need some water? No. Okay, hold on. Which has decided he needs a drink. Your GoPro is not working.
It is not.
You can't argue with the 17-year-old cat when he wants water. Are you 3D printing in the background? Yes, Dan is printing what looks like a pile of poop. I'm not really sure what it is. Maybe we'll find out by the end of the show, or maybe not. Are you going to drink or just stand there and stare at it? There you go. The cats never learn their lesson. They just take even worse revenge once released. Absolutely. So the little gremlin has to be locked in the bathroom now when he eats, because he eats really fast and then goes for everybody else's food. So he's in the bathroom. When Dan lets him out, he runs out and stops, and about 50% of the time will attack Dan and then run into the kitchen to see if there's a bowl that he can scrounge from.
Yeah, like, he tailed him in it. Like, how dare you?
Yeah, he's a fighter. Absolutely a fighter.
He likes me, though.
Like, there's...
He's still my buddy. What are you looking for?
The mouse, because the thing is popped up in the corner. There we go. I don't think it's useful to argue with a 17-year-old anything regardless of species. Sage life advice. Is it one of those joke dog turds? I don't really know.
It is not.
I got smart and put on my headset so my ALDXA didn't go off this time. Sorry. At least I only told it to stop, and like I whispered when I told it to set the timer so you guys didn't have timers. He's not going to be Mooch Jr., I assure you. There can be only one. All right, shall we make muffs? Yeah,
Yes.
let's do it.
Yes.
Thanks, Dan.
No problem.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Crystal.
Oh, this is like measuring. Hold on, I think I'm not using this. What are you
Okay.
doing?
It's back.
Hooray! Okay, here's what we do. We're gonna put 2 tablespoons of the batter in each one of these. Then we're gonna put a teaspoon of our cinnamon sugar mixture that we made in the beginning. That has now solidified a bit. Keep stirring that for a bit. Then we're gonna do 4 to 6 tablespoons of batter to cover the cinnamon sugar. And you want to fill these really full, like all the way to the top, more than you normally would. I forgot this was such a tedious making. Sorry, I have to be here because I have to be close so I don't drip.
Can it go the opposite way or you can't go from right?
No, because I have to do the other side too. I'll move to the other side in a minute. It can't always be framed perfectly, Dan. Sometimes it's just how it goes. Chris with his member super chat. Look at him with his neon head for supporting us for 51 months. Thank you so much, Chris. Since we've established that other folks have devices listening, AliXA, Venmo, RFS Dan, $50. Just doing my part to help the channel. Thanks, friend. Does AliXA Venmo?
Yeah, I'd like to see all those chargebacks.
That batter looks so good. It is. It's good. Like I said, it's a basic recipe, but you got the cinnamon and the vanilla and the nutmeg, so it's not like plain. When I say it's basic, it means like if you bake with any sort of regularity, you probably have most, if not all, of these ingredients in your house. The buttermilk's the only questionable one. That's more like specific to a recipe, at least for me. But like flour,
Yay,
sugar, brown
you.
sugar,
Thank you
have
for
all
that.
those things. What?
For flipping it around so I can see you.
Okay, you just have to watch the movie. It looks like a lot of work. A little bit, but wait till you see how these muffs come out. And I'm sure like I could figure out what 2 tablespoons looks like in the scooper and eyeball it, but I'm just gonna do it this way.
Crystal, are you gonna watch Winnie the Pooh 2?
No,
Blood
but
and
I
Honey.
do want to watch. Oh, is that the Blood and Honey?
Yeah.
Wait, there's a 2?
2.
There's a part 2.
Or the part 2.
I haven't watched part 1. Are you sure that wasn't just like decorative on the screen?
Yeah, that's part 2. Remember part 1 came out like a couple years ago?
And they we gotta watch that. Terry said it was really good.
Really?
Who watched the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie?
It looks,
Anybody? You guys don't watch
it looks horrible.
scary movies? No, I'm all about it.
Where's Terry at?
I like horrible, scary movies. Hannah also has a large muffin top. It's not edible though. It's just saying for oh, I missed. What are we doing here? All right. I'll sink into the batter. That was a little messy.
Are you happy that Matthew Lillard is back for Five Nights at Freddy 2?
I don't care about Five Nights at Freddy.
Wouldn't it be 10 Nights at Freddy?
Short Dolphin asking, how do you make buttermilk if you don't have any? So, before I found buttermilk powder, shout out to Holly for showing me that was a thing, you can take milk and put vinegar or lemon juice in it. Like, Google it and it'll show you the ratios to do it. But you can put vinegar and lemon juice in it and it works. It doesn't have that buttermilk taste, like that distinct buttermilk taste, but it works. I get buttermilk powder on Amazon. I don't know, you can probably find it at the grocery store. I just buy it on Amazon. And it's the ratio of tablespoon of buttermilk powder to quarter cup of water. Closer to the buttermilk taste, still not quite it. Not quite it, but I just end up throwing away a bunch of buttermilk every time I buy it because I don't make enough stuff. Kilo the Husky says, I love crappy horror, but just could not get into it. Oh, that makes me sad. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try it. Emily's back! Hi, Emily! How's it going? April's just gonna stick with the original Winnie the Pooh. Alright, so I'm just stirring this to get it back from solid. This was the stuff we made in the beginning, if you remember, that was like really dark. And it's butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon, I think. And now it's a little bit lighter.
I was off on the layer. The top of my cupcake's done. I'm almost done with my baking.
Oh yeah, you're baking too?
Yeah. I already got the cherry on top of mine. I went down one too many layers, but...
Also, your cherry's orange. Are you guys going to see Salem's Lot? Like, is there a new one in the theater? It'll be streaming soon enough. You know, wait, there's fudge filling? It's not fudge. It's not fudge. It's a brown sugar, butter, and cinnamon. Yeah, I don't think I knew there was a new one in theaters. A few years ago, I started reading all the Stephen King books from the first one. And I would like read the book, Dan and I would watch the movie. I'd read the next book, Dan and I would watch the movie. I got stuck at Cujo because I couldn't do it, and then I got distracted by...
Did you see the sequel to Cujo? It was called Cujo Daddy. And where it's Cujo's kids and they're back for more killing. No? You didn't see that one yet? Again, everybody.
Whatever it is, I want to coat myself with it. You can make it. DP says it's on Max. The new Salem's Lot, I will watch that. We just got Max again. Thanks, Blake. Alright, so you just put the little teaspoon of this in here and kind of try to spread it out. Can buttermilk be frozen in cubes? That's a good question. I don't know. Go Google it and come back and tell me. My fingers are too gooey. I can't Google anything. This is the third time Dan has been shoved off camera tonight.
Yeah, tonight. I've been getting shoved off camera for like 4 years, 5 years, almost 5 years.
Absolutely. How's it going?
Okay. Hold on, I have to move this stuff on the screen.
Oh, we're not quite to banning Dan point. Not quite.
Oh, you need a ban.
What's the weird noise? Probably the 3D printer?
Yeah, my printer back there.
If you're talking about like beeping noises, if you're talking about the general hum, that's the cooler because it got warm in here with the oven.
My printer is like under like surveillance because it was acting up a little bit. Every time I would turn around, it would just make spaghetti. If you've been following me on Instagram, you've been seeing it. So kind of hangs out in Dan's eyesight here. Me being Dan, that was weird, sorry. He just hangs out in my eyesight, whether he's here or here, and then at night I get him back in the bedroom, and it kind of makes me happy.
John says he loves Stephen King's The Shining. Great movie. Did you see the sequel? What's the sequel called? Doctor Sleep, thank you. The sequel's very interesting. Goes in a different direction for sure. Very interesting. I recommend it. Also, amazing, like, storyteller. Like, there's good stuff besides The Shining. The noise that sounds like Mario is the 3D printer. The 3D printer is beeping. It beeps. It plays songs. It makes noise.
It plays songs with it. The motors. There's no speakers in there. The motors move back and forth.
That's amazing. Hey.
Oh, Blvd. Riveting.
All right, so now we're doing 4 to 6 tablespoons on top of that to cover that layer. 1. This is where it starts to get a little messy. Come on, work with me here. Need another hand. 2. So again, normally you don't want to fill your muffin cups this high because it gets kind of sloppy when they bake. But because this recipe, 3, has you baking them at 425, it makes the top get a little crispy before it starts to rise. So you don't have such sloppy, like, overflowingness. You can see that is a full-ass muffin cup. What about Halloween, like the ones with Jamie Lee Curtis? We binged those a few years ago. Last year? The year before? I think the year before. I think this year we're doing the Friday the 13th movies. Never saw the sequel. Sounded a bit depressing with the son going down the same path as the father. Not really. No. It's not really about that. It's more like telekinesis kind of stuff. No, not even that. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. The book was amazing. The movie's really well done. The book was amazing. But no, it's not so much about the alcoholism that the first one was about and like all that stuff. Although he did, I think, if I remember correctly, have some issues with that. That's not so much portrayed in the movie. It's like fresh start time in the movie.
It's a separate movie.
Yes. Yeah, it does stand alone for sure, even though it references the first one.
Maybe they named The Shining The Shining.
What?
Like, that's about it. Otherwise, like...
Oh, to call the power The Shining.
Oh, it was a good standalone movie, though.
Yeah, I think I just watched it again not too long ago. Oh, Mooch trying to find his spot on his bed. You going to the other bed? You letting him have it? I missed the answer. The answer to what? Life, the universe, and everything? It's 42. I don't know what the question is, but that's the answer. Do you like scary, like, gore movies? No, I do not like gore for the sake of gore. I like suspense. I like a good storyline.
Or anything from, like, 80s.
Yes.
Like, yes, gore in that. Like, gore in that's funny when you see the rubber head popping off or Freddy Krueger spitting blood out of stuff.
I don't like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
I don't like any Rob Zombie movies.
There was, like, 4 of them on today, and I had them in each corner. And
the Rob Zombie ones?
No, like 4 like modern day gore movies over the last like 15 years or so, and they're all the same formula. It's just, like, no, it's all the same. It just feels so like the same. It feels like the same, but it's so predictable. I like Paranormal Activity. That was fun.
Uncle Yukon says yes, you can freeze buttermilk, and you absolutely should if you don't think you'll use it up before it expires. It should stay good in the freezer for about 3 months, about 2.5 months. Which is it? Longer than refrigerated buttermilk. Thank you. Good looking out. Appreciate
Depends on
you.
what planet you're on.
Maybe I'll do that next time because I do really like the actual buttermilk flavor. It's really good. Ooh, Hannah's going to get whiskey. Cricket likes gore for the sake of gore. I just can't. It's even though I know, like we've talked about before. Growing up, my dad worked for the movie studios, so I am very aware. Like we had props around the house and stuff for Halloween. Like. I'm very aware that it is all fake, and I'm usually able to stay detached from it. Oh, remember when we watched that one movie where the people were stuck on the ski lift? And then the guy jumped out of the ski lift, and he hit the snow on the ground, and there was a flash on the screen of a broken leg bone, and it was sticking out of the skin, and I was done. I shut it off. I can't do that.
We didn't grow up with what was modern gore. We grew up with, like, cheesy. I know what you did last summer. Scream wasn't really too gory, except for when he's feeling a bit oozy.
My favorite.
But there wasn't too much gore. But like the gores happened when Saw came out, and
yes.
like maybe your brother's generation, a few years younger, had like all those movies. We had Scream movies, which were kind of still fun, and not like your Jaws reverse engineered a bear trap and it's like on that.
I don't like the Saw movies. I think I watched the first one. My favorite is
After Us.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right.
And where it's still like there's still some like traumatizing stuff. I will never not think. Remember when she turned into the roach? She was lifting weights and then like the roach arms popped out of her elbows. I will never not think of that when I'm like lifting something heavy.
Yeah,
in that
one of
manner.
them was on the other day, and she got like the old propellant, and she like squirts it on him. It lights him on fire. He says, "No!" It's like, you're not flammable. You're already like burnt. You're already burnt.
That's how you got here, bro.
That's how you got here. I remember walking into the room at like five years old and seeing like Nightmare on Elm Street stuff, and it was like, I think he was like driving the bus. It was so scary to me.
That was 2, I think. The beginning of 2, maybe 3.
But our generation of our peers that were making movies at the time, you know, like your teen movie stars or the people you grew up with, was scary movies and stuff like that, and there was still blood, but not gore. Yeah. Gore came back with Saw and all those movies after Saw.
They're making a new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie. I never saw those. Maybe we should watch those too. I never saw.
It's like Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr., right. Sarah Michelle Gellar, and like they're kind of bad. It's bad acting. I don't know. We're like, you know what? Like, you guys are all so annoying. Like, kill them all.
I don't care if they die.
Yeah, like, I'm down for the.
I'm not invested in these characters.
I loved Scream. I went to the theater for Scream. I went to the theater for Scream 2. I was of the age. Like, it was like date. It was like date night and going to see Scream. Scream was really good. So I liked that. That was fun. Oh, he turned over to snooze. Headless Horseman 1 was Sleepy Hollow. That was a fun one, but kind of campy, because that was Christina Ricci was in that one.
Ricci.
And, right, her too. And, and then it was Christopher Walken's. It was his head.
Just one Walken.
So like somewhere in a box, I have a Todd McFarlane figure of the Headless Horseman, and he's like holding the head, and the head is Christopher Walken, and it looks just like him. So, and it's like cut off. So somewhere I have to find the Christopher Walken head that I have.
Okay, back to my show.
He has more Kal-El face.
Okay, so now we have our crumb topping, and we're gonna put some of this, and you want it to be fine. You don't want like big chunks, because this is a little precarious here with how full they are.
If you want to see Superman, all the Superman movies suck. Don't watch any of them.
Kelly says, hi from Pinellas County, Florida. I don't know where that is in Florida, but I hope you are safe and all that stuff.
Yes.
And your roof is still on your house. I haven't watched Sleepy Hollow in a long time. I think I have that on DVD.
That was a pretty good one.
Would you classify A24's Lamb as horror? Oh, we have to watch that. Remember we saw a preview for that Lamb movie when we went to the theater? Oh, I don't remember what we went to see. Do you remember that one?
Yes.
Where they were like raising the lamb?
Who said that?
F. Vamp. We haven't seen it yet.
I would a little bit, because it's one of those mind mess with you movies that was like, oh my gosh, that was so weird and creepy. So it is kind of horror-y, I guess. It's definitely like in the genre of like messes with your mind. So that's close enough. It tingles the same like things on you.
Short Dolphin, nothing went in the oven yet. We're still putting them together. Hot Jimmy Forever, opinion on Terrifier. We were just talking about that a couple minutes ago. I don't know what that is.
We have it here. Let me show you the dude, and you might have visually seen him, but I've never seen him moving or anything. Here, watch. I'll show you.
All right, so I've made this into more of like a
Terrifier
powder
guy
than chunks, and we're just gonna put this over the top. And you want to kind of squish it in just a little bit, but not too much, because you don't want your batter to overflow. Was that a firework or a gunshot?
Both. It's this guy.
Okay.
Right? Like, yeah, but I've never seen him move. It's like this guy. But it's just gonna be more like, I think it's more just like Saw, gore Saw. So like, you have to step it up.
Right.
But like I said, like we didn't like we didn't gore, and the gore from the 80s was like clearly like horrible gore. This one's too real. Like the one, I didn't watch the Saw movies, but like one of the Saw movies are stuck indoors, and she looks out the peephole, and then like it was all like, and they like poked her through the peephole, and you know, wise guy, and they're like, no, that's one of my worst things, when I look through a peephole and here comes the finger and it gets me in the eye.
Hilo Husky says they're super gory. Yeah, not happening.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, I don't like gory. I want suspense.
Right.
I want something jumping out that makes me go, oh my god, like every time.
She does too, and she gets so white girl about it.
Jump scares get me every time.
So white girl, even the theater. Hey, puppy! Oh my gosh, she's just always jumping.
Shut up. Probably fireworks. The Dodgers won tonight. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, I did not get there yet, Shannon. I saved Ghost Ship and 13 Ghosts to watch with the teenagers. 13 Ghosts is probably my favorite. Like, Nightmare on Elm Street holds a special place. Like, I would go to the theaters with my dad when I was a kid, and I would watch those. Those are, like, all-time favorite. 13 Ghosts is such a good movie. Have you watched the original? Because you know that's a remake, and there's, like, an old original that was really kind of funny to watch, especially if you've seen the new one. That, like, is so much more visually amazing that, like, the effects that they have to use back then are just kind of hilarious. FN says, when I saw the Cube one, I didn't get it. I hated it. I love the Cube movie.
Which one was that?
Where they're stuck, like, in cubes with, like...
I don't think I was home when you watched it, because I think you tried to explain that movie to me.
I remember watching it when we worked at CubeSmith. That was one of the movies I watched, like on my life. I've seen it before then, too, but, like, since I've been with you, that's when I remember watching it. Yeah, they're all, like, they all come to and they're stuck in rooms. And then, like, they have to figure out where they are and, like, how to get out of there. So then they're, like, climbing through the different rooms and, you know, horror ensues. Shannon does not like horror and likes 13 Ghosts. It's a little tiny bit gory, but not like gore for the sake of gore.
But that's how it was in the late 90s. It was still more cheesy CG, and famous actors were still headlining up the horror movies, not just like the contraptions rip you apart.
Yes, and I will also watch anything with Matthew Lillard because I kind of love him. April says those look so yummy. Wait till you see them come out of the oven.
How long do they go in the oven
13 Ghosts is from the 50s, I think. Yeah, it sounds about right.
It was like Vincent Price, I think, was doing it.
Yeah, it was good. They go in for like
iPhone 8
25 minutes.
Is iOS 18 out? Oh my gosh.
He says wait to download it. It's just enough changes to mess everything up.
What does Jim know? Jim, do you have an iPhone? He does, because we text and send things through the iPhone.
F-Amp liked Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs is great. One of them I had to draw a line at, and I don't know which one it is, because there's what, 4 movies? Was it? I don't think it was in the TV show. When the guy's sitting at the table, and I think Hannibal Lecter does it, cuts his head open, and, like, takes the top of his skull off.
Oh, yeah, and
Gore
then the
for the
next
sake
scene
of gore.
he's all like...
Did not like that. No, that was different.
I didn't know until, like, not that long ago that Hannibal was, like, not real.
Neither did somebody else.
That's the end of Red Dragon. I didn't get...
Is it the end of Red Dragon? I don't know. It's all a blur. But
these are looking good, Crystal.
just wait till you see them come out of the oven. 13 Ghosts is a 2001 horror film remake of the 1960 classic by... There it is. William Castle. Get in my way. So see how I'm making it more like a fine powder? I don't want, like, chunks. Because it'll be too much going on. After I get these in the oven, you're going to have to entertain the masses, because I'm going to have to run the little Troopers room. Is the topping all over the top in a thin layer? Yes, ma'am. Yes, and when they bake up and the top spreads, it gets, like, crackly. Like, it's not going to be a solid layer once it turns into a dome. Oh, damn it, I just got batter on my thumb.
Bad with thumb. Oh no! Oh! Uh-oh.
I haven't seen Hannibal Rising yet, or the series. The series was really good.
You watched that? I remember
first.
You watched that.
At first.
Uh-oh, what happened? Did it... And it's hard for you to dump out of stuff, even if it's bad.
I don't think I finished it. I don't think I watched the last
No?
few episodes, maybe. I was very invested for a good long time in that, though. I don't remember how many seasons. How many seasons did it have? A taste test for the audience? Not yet. They haven't been baked yet. Do you want me to get salmonella? That's how you get salmonella. So see how I'm just kind of squishing it down a little bit so you can try to kind of get it into the batter. Otherwise, it's just loose on top once they bake. Are you making another hot dog? It just says we aren't making muffins as RV ovens are stupid, but we did make apple pie. Yum. F-Amp complimenting your solid cinematography, Dan. Nice up close close-up.
Thank you.
The 60s 13 Ghosts is on Tubi. Awesome. Oh, and Fossum and Plexi apps. I think they're all free with commercial apps. That is awesome. Maybe we'll rewatch that too. We watched that a couple years ago. Hi, I need room.
Hi. Yeah, the sandwich girls are cool that you have, those little picture things. They make the best food.
What are we talking about?
like to make the little pie things. Oh no, I'm thinking about the pie irons. Which one time when we were camping, I put the pie iron, Jamie handed it to me or whatever, and I set it down like in the dirt, and then I made my sandwich and I put it in there, and then like it was so crunchy.
It was a dirt sandwich.
It is a dirt sandwich, but it was
that sounds about damn.
It was the best dirt sandwich I ever had.
Your dog is popping.
Well, it's just letting me know that it's ready.
Oh, Hannah says she walked out her back door to go get whiskey. Opens the door, there's a fat-ass possum. I mean fat. Thing looked like it weighed 25 pounds. That's amazing.
What was it doing? Nothing. They're never doing shit ever.
Just like...
They're never doing anything. They're like, here's what I think possums do. This is me if I'm a possum. Alright, man. I'm gonna wait right here, but when they come out, here I go.
That's what your kid
And then like they just wait and wait and just wait and wait, and eventually a human will come out and see them doing nothing.
April said park cat? Yes.
But like I'm not
Maybe
sure.
we'll name the kitten Possum.
But like where are they on their way to?
Crystal Seafood Kitchen, where the catch of the day is salmonella. Try not to get the salmonella. Alright. It was eating up the stray cat's cat food. It took off and scurried as fast as it could and climbed up a tree. Optionally, you can sprinkle it with sanding sugar, which I think is the big fat sugar. Okay, you're gonna put one pan in the center of the oven, not two, just the one, for 7 minutes at 425. As soon as you hit 7 minutes, you're gonna turn the oven down to 350 and bake it for another 16 to 20 minutes or till the toothpick comes out clean. And then let them cool and blah 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 blah.
You're a believer in the toothpick, though.
I am a believer in the toothpick. It's fail-safed. Okay, 7 minutes. You're on, man. Alexa.
Hi.
Set a 7-minute timer. 7 minutes.
Okay, I need to text
Starting
me in the
now.
back too. So.
Hey, she sped up her speaking. Did you?
She did.
She shaped up. That's because I had a new one in the cart for Prime Day. Hi, everybody. Well, now you bring up the mouse. No, Crystal had it over here. I had to take it back for, like, when the thing wasn't working. Alright, so I printed the bottom of my cupcake. Hopefully it screws in. I don't know. These threads are kind of thin. But I broke the cherry stem. I broke the cherry stem on top. Which, it wasn't going to work anyway. Hi, I'm back. I was listening as I got ready for bed. Be here until I fall asleep. Oh, good. You get to listen to my sweet, sweet dulcet tones as I read you a bedtime story stream. Beep! Turn the page. Hi, Dan. Hi, Wilton. Is that a poop? No, it's the top of a cupcake. It had a cherry stem, but I broke it. And now the bottom of my cupcake's printing. It's got a little while left. What is that thing? Alright, fine, it's poop. Everybody wants it to be poop. It's cuss word poop. Alright, there it is. There it is. I ate a blue dum-dum, and it's poop. It's poop. There it is. Alec, your machine's telling you. Man-child holding blue poop. It's poop. It's a lid to my cupcake. And then, I broke the cherry top off of it. How do I go over to oh well. And then I have my hot dog. I have a hot dog. It looks like ice cream on an ice cream cone. It kind of does. It's the other part's printing over there. And then I had some time in between my big bin of dragons that I'm printing. I got such a big bin of dragons over there. Hey Dan, have you watched any movies off the USB drive yet? Yes. Yes. I have like a big bin of movies, so I drag them all to my big bin of movies, and yeah, I'll bring up movies on the side and play them. There's like, I don't know, maybe like a couple hundred movies that we have saved in there, and yours are in there. It kind of did, to be honest, Dan. It said blue poop emoji. Okay. Okay. Finish your hot dog, hangry. You just want me to eat my hot dog. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to eat it. So. Okay, hold on. Now, any way I eat it, it's gonna be funny, right? So you might as well just like, I don't know. Can I? Excellent. And something about a hot dog. Yeah, I had a hot dog on there. Okay. What about the Sharknado movies? I watched one of the Sharknados with Aaron Zurin and whatever Pancakes was. It was fine, but I didn't watch like Sharknado 4 or nothing. Hannah says, I got a new monitor today, Dan. And I have a dual arm mount coming tomorrow. Awesome. Hopefully that'll free up some desk space. It will, and you'll like it because you'll be able to put it back a little bit more. It'll buy you a few more inches, and that's good. You'll like it, and it does free up a lot of desk space. I like the poorly made scary movies. Yeah, me too. Some of those are fun. I do like that. If they're kind of like cheesy, like knowing that you're going into it cheesy. There was all these weird Piranha movies back in the day, and there was Piranha 3D. It was so bad, but like I'm down for the bad movies sometimes. We went through a trauma phase last year where we watched a lot of trauma movies, like the Toxic Avengers and what's the high school one? Toxic High. Trauma High, maybe it's Trauma High. Those ones are funny too. It's always good to free up extra inches. It is. It is. This topping's actually really good on the hot dog. What's been going on this week? This week's been pretty crazy. There's a new Gone to the Snow Dogs video tomorrow that just approved. It'll be their costume videos, and you'll get to see all the dogs in the cute costumes. That'll be a lot of fun, so go check that out. If you're a member of Snow Dogs Vlogs, there is a members-only video up now of the further adventures of Jamie in the cave from the vlog that was yesterday or today. Probably today's vlog. I'm trying to figure out a thumbnail now. You had a lot of good pictures that you took, so maybe one of those. Look how much help I am. Obviously, obvious. Crystal, you know what you should do for a thumbnail? Pick the best picture out of the bunch. I'm like, so,
brilliant.
You know, I know, right? Brilliant words, Dan.
That's why you get paid the big bucks.
That's what it is. Oh, oops, I hit a button. I'm sorry. I hit a button. Whoa, sorry.
All right, we got a minute and a half left, and then we'll
Nice.
turn it to 350
Nice.
for 15 or more minutes. Alex got to figure out how to become a member. You go to the community tab and you buy in.
Mm-hmm. Check this out.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, is hers more complicated than that?
So,
Is that your check this
if
out?
you're on an Android phone, you'll see a join button. If you're on a PC, you'll see a join button. And if you're on an Apple device, you will not see a join button because Apple wants 30% of the cut of that plus so Apple's like, you just don't get to like play. And Google's like, forget you then. We just won't play then. We'll just put it on our system. So
Right.
yeah, so you can't be a member if you have an Apple device. You have to go to a PC or a Android phone if you want to be a member.
Do you still go to the community tab?
No, you can't do it through a Apple phone. You can't like produce the charge.
Right, but on a PC there's a community tab, no?
Yes, or join. It's just a join button right there
Gotcha.
in the beginning. It'll say join. Yeah. So Alec, why don't you just go ahead and just read me the back 3 digits of your credit card number.
Just the back 3?
Well, yeah, we'll start with that.
It's not gonna help.
I'll work on getting the other 16 digits and an expiration date. By the way, Alec, just out of curiosity, you got a birthday coming up? What's your birthday date? Could you put it in months, days, and years, please, in the chat?
Did you just drool?
I was hoping to get away with
Nope, we all saw it. Oh, did you put it back in your
It was
mouth?
a piece of a bun. It was not drool. It was a
Ew.
bun.
Ew, you're gross. Janet, I see you. Give me just a minute because I gotta change my temperature down to 350. We don't open the oven. We don't do anything. We just put it to 350. Right now, they still look like regular muffins. Alexa, set a 15-minute timer.
15 minutes, starting now.
All right, get your plate. Get and your drink.
I don't have to
Out of here. Out of here. All right. So Janet wants to know if I ever make cream pies, like banana or chocolate. How about a good recipe for an apple crumble pie? Okay, cream pies. No, I have not. I'm not the biggest fan. It's just like putting in a crust.
What are those? Is that like the meringue
Like
topping?
No. That's sort of, but no.
Would
But
you
like banana cream pie. Remember the one time we got the...
That's pudding.
Yes, we got the lemon pie, but it wasn't lemon meringue. It was a lemon cream pie, and we didn't love it. because it's basically just putting in a pie crust. Not my favorite. I need a little more substance. I need a little more crunch and texture going on.
Right.
However, apple crumble, we just made that, I think, last month or the month before. I have a recipe. If you look through the Facebook page, the Getting Baked with Crystal, it's not on the Pinterest page, I don't think, because I took 2 recipes that I liked, one for the apples and one for the crumble, and combined them together. You can go to the Getting Baked with Crystal Instagram page, and I think I made the recipe card and the like steps to make the recipe. Amazing apple crumble pie. Also, I'm very much OCD, and each of my apple slices is exactly the same.
They are
size,
and it does pay off.
It absolutely does. So every bite has the same thickness of apples. Don't skimp on that at all.
I have a question, Crystal. You set a timer, and then you set another timer. What was the first timer for?
It's like you don't even watch the show. He's here in the room and he doesn't even watch it. So if you guys are like Dan and you're not really paying attention, we bake it at 425 for 7 minutes. That helps the top to cook like fast at a high temperature, and then you turn it down to the normal. Let me double check and make sure. Yeah,
so your cereal, it's like cooking your cereal in it.
Yes, basically. So it makes it like hold together better for when you cook it at 350, and it rises up really big, so it doesn't goo out flat. It keeps a dome shape. Fingers crossed that this actually works, because I've only made these once, and it worked, and it was amazing. But if it didn't work, that would be weird. Jim says, "Wait a minute, what happened to the Harry Potter butterscotch cookies? I thought that was October's." Yes, next week. Next week we're making the Harry Potter cookies. Somebody, and I'm sorry I don't remember who it was, but somebody suggested it, and it's Harry Potter butterbeer cookies. They looked amazing, so we're going to do that next week. Approximately how many muffins does this recipe make? Can so relate to everything being the same size and cut. Bakes more evenly. Absolutely. I don't want a crunchy piece of apple in the middle of my squishy apple pie. Really? Like, I'm not making muffins right now that you're going to eat. Stop it. Have some self-control, Dan.
I didn't, like, not even 3?
Not even 3.
You know what?
Why don't you dig in the bottom of my purse and get the 3 out of there? According to this, it makes about 11 muffins. So, a dozen or so. Yes, we're back to more than one show a month for right now. We're not doing a lot of shows this month because I was out of town one weekend. We're gone for next Wednesday because we're going to see Less Than Jake. And then Dan leaves to Michigan for the rest of the month after next weekend. So we crammed a couple in there. Biram's birthday is the 28th. I took the work week off. Amazing. Brilliant, and I love you. I am of the firm belief that everybody's individual birthday should be a paid holiday for them. You should get your birthday off with pay. If your birthday's on a weekend, you should get a Monday or a Friday off with pay. And if I'm ever in charge, that's the rule where I work. Off from the 23rd to the 1st. No idea what I'm going to do with the time. Me neither. You should do something fun. Do not sit around. Do you like concerts? Look and see if there's a concert. What are you into? I don't know. I don't know what you're down for. Do something. Like, do a thing that you're like, yes, I did this thing because I didn't have to go to work this week. Do a thing. He wants to be in the place of Little Mooch Kitten. Yeah, Mooch has been relegated to the bed over there. He just kind of took it over. Sometimes they're on there together because he's still not that big, so he can cram on there. But you see, he spreads out. Well, he's not on camera right now, but when he is, you can see. I think the folks that did the cookies did muffins. Oh, it was you, Afriel. Thank you. Oh, now I know your secret identity. I think I shared both. Did you? I vaguely remember. I don't know. When I was able to work, I always worked on my birthday. It wasn't like I had plans anyway. I just don't think you should have to. You don't have to have plans. You can plan to do nothing if you want, but if you take a whole week off for your birthday, you damn well better do something worth doing. Just as everyone's usually off for a few days around my birthday. Yeah, you're lucky for that one. Christopher gets a floating holiday, and that's one of the things you can use it for. I get 2 weeks paid vacation a year. Usually I go see Jason for one of them and then do something else. Last year was Novi. I have not done that yet this year. I took 2 days off. I took Friday and Monday off for the concert. I left a half day yesterday for the comedy show. I'm taking next Wednesday off, so I'm using it like bit by bit here. Kind of saving it up. Maybe I'll take a little extra time next year. What are you doing?
Sorry.
Are you trying to get the Reese's Pieces? Get at it. Bierbeck says, drive to places I've never been and shop in antique malls for music and radio / project electronics. Then do it. Do it. Make a plan. You've got time. You've still got, 2 weeks? Week and a half? I don't know what day we're on. Make some plans. Make that. If you have free time this weekend, make a plan. Even if it's a loose plan, even if it changes, make a plan. Otherwise, you're going to sit around and it's going to be like the day before you have to go back to work and be like, damn, I didn't do anything. Hannah says, I lived away from my family and didn't have friends that gathered in person, so screw it, might as well make money. I get it, but it's a you day. I've never worked anywhere where they cared about our birthdays, but that's how retail and fast food is. Absolutely. My job will get you a cake. Like, everybody gets to pick what kind of cake they want, and the company will buy you a cake. Everybody always, and I think it's a monetary thing, they always get the $50 Cold Stone cakes. They're disgusting. I don't eat them. When they get the ice cream cakes from Cold Stone, I don't eat them. Sometimes they'll have candy on top, and I'll take the candy or the cookies and eat those, and then, like, people don't get them. Like, you don't know that your cake came with cookies and Heath bars and stuff. But no, I get, you know what I get? I get the, like, $12 cheesecake from the Supermercado de Vallarta. Amazing cheesecake. Do not get the Costco cheesecake. Last month, somebody had a birthday and they wanted the Costco cheesecake. I took one bite and it was so gritty and unflavored that I threw the damn slice away because I'm not wasting calories on crappy desserts. Don't get a Costco cheesecake. It's bad news. Is it weird to go to a concert by yourself? Absolutely not. Look, when you go to a concert with other people, at best, you're going to look at them and go, because you're there and you're doing the thing. Maybe a little bit of small talk in between, like when the bands are setting up for the next band. Other than that, you're like here anyway. Just especially, when you're by yourself, go to the front. Push your way to the front, especially being a girl. Push your way to the damn front and become completely consumed with the fact that you're at a concert and you won't even realize you're by yourself at all. It's not weird. Please do it. I did it. The first concert I went to after the Popular Sickness, I went all by myself. Remember I drove to Anaheim to go see Less Than Jake the first time they came out here after the pandemic? And it was amazing. It was a really good show. Melissa wants to know if you're helping with pumpkin carving.
Yes, I'm gonna go.
You leave on the 23rd? 24th? Somewhere around there. The middle of the week after next.
Yes, I have to talk to Jess about that. But yes,
Liz's town puts on a festival for her birthday. That's amazing. Do you wear your birthday suit and go?
Just got hooked up. I couldn't work at the McDonald's because like I'd be accused of stealing all the food. Like, you're stealing food, and they check my pockets. There'd be nothing in it because like there'd be just a line of chicken nuggets stacked up in me, and I'd just be like out there. And on my birthday there, I would just get my own McMilkshake. Every day I would just come in and pour me a McMilkshake and a Coke.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Melissa says concerts by yourself are amazing. Absolutely. Uncle Con says there's too many people at concerts. It depends on which concerts you go to. There was definitely too many people this last weekend. Usually we do like a House of Blues kind of thing. We're going to the Ventura Majestic Theater, which is a beautiful building. It's literally like an old theater. Absolutely beautiful, amazing acoustics. That's going to be a lot of fun. Not too many people, like a few hundred probably. But I don't notice. Like, I'm in this. It's just me and Roger. That's it. Just me and Roger. I don't even know Dan's there.
Is it just silence?
Dan usually goes to the back. I don't even see him. He's like, bye, I'll leave you with your other boyfriend for now.
No, it's usually like in the back. It's like me and like
the people in wheelchairs. And they can't get jostled.
Right. Wheelchair dude's cool though. I see him like at multiple concerts, and he's cool. He's
Same
like
dude?
What?
Same dude?
Same dude.
Oh, nice.
But I always am more concerned about him because he's like doing donuts and burning out and stuff.
Oh, I love it. I've never seen the wheelchair guy because I'm always up front. Even
he's got the rad old school. He's old school. This guy, with like punk, like nar.
You know how much they made fun of me when I was in baseball at 9 years old and I wore my hat like that?
Did you have like Narkill written on there?
No, it was my baseball hat.
And then
that's
like
how I
he
wore
got the
it.
jacket and stuff, and he's cool, and we're high fiving and stuff. But I'm always worried he's gonna burn out his battery and like not be able to get to the car.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna be the one to like C-3PO him like back to the car.
You would too.
But no, so like I'm back there, and other people are like they're skanking and stuff, and
right, the people that want a little bit of space.
Right.
Not me. I just want just enough room to put my arm up in the air and bring it back down again. Even Saturday, with literally, there's some debate, 12 to 15,000 people there, over 10,000 people. My ass was at the rail. I got up there. It was 2 stages side by side. So like this band would play, and then when they finished, this band would play. So this band finished, and it moved to Lagwagon on this stage, and I got up to right behind the person at the rail while Lagwagon was playing. And then that person went, and I went, I'm at the rail, and I stood there for the entire Lagwagon show until Less Than Jake came out. And then Roger came out, and he pointed at me. He saw me. And then the baby waved at me.
And then he waved at you?
Yeah. Jim says he likes a nice cheesecake. It's his favorite pie. I do a good cheesecake. Nice and cold. Has to be cold. I will never get a cheesecake at, like, a buffet or anywhere where it's, like, sitting in a cooling rack or something. No. It needs to be, like, almost out of the freezer.
You've seen buffet
cold.
cheesecake before?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, every buffet has cheesecake. It's a simple dessert. They just stick out there. It's probably not done well, and it's not that cold. Don't get it. Bad news. Nice, cold cheesecake. If you have a Vallarta around you, probably just a Southern California thing, they have a good cheesecake. They do a strawberry swirl one. That's the one I always get. Oh, so good. Is my birthday yet? Can I get a cheesecake?
It's
Wait,
mine.
I'm an adult. I can get a cheesecake.
Let's go get a cheesecake. We can go right
Baskin
now.
Robbins emailed me today and told me that your birthday's coming and we can get $5 off a cake.
It's next to the pop shop, and I was at a pop figure shop, like the nerd shop, and I was looking at Hot Wheels and stuff, having to go to all the time in the pop shop, and I go out and like looking around, and I think pops into your head sometimes, like, oh, I'm an adult. I'm gonna go.
I can go get dessert in the middle of the day.
And so the 31 flavors, the Baskin Robbins is next door, like they share the wall. So I walk in there and I look, and I'm like, oh, let's get a single scoop, and a single scoop was like $5 on a little cone, and I was like, oof, and it's all like, ask about our cake prices, so I'm like, ouch, so I left.
Cricket says Vallarta. It's the Hispanic grocery store out here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's solely Mexican. It's Hispanic. They
It
sell
is.
like cactus and stuff.
It's the
and
supermarket
plantains. Something like that.
I'll show you.
That was so white. Yeah, it's the Mexican store around here. It's not a big store, and most of what they have is like geared towards like Mexican cuisine. You can get like the meat flaps, like perfectly seasoned meat. Dan gets the chicken. It's good stuff. It's definitely good stuff. Cricket says, I love that place. Vallarta is my second home. We don't go there all that often, but when Dan wants good meat, when it's like barbecuing weekend, it's 4th of July or whatever, Dan will go get some good meat from Vallarta. The Mexican cheese with the handmade... They got the whole conveyor belt back there where they're making the handmade tortillas and stuff. Oh, it's good stuff.
Your tortilla looked like it was gonna come out nice.
My tortilla?
Yeah, look, you can get like guacamole by the like.
I learned that from Carlos when he would be like, and then we made tortillas.
But like, you can get like scoops of wok by the pound or by the scoop, and their produce though at the Vallarta, the produce is so good every time. Their produce
is always amazing.
Even in this photo right here, their produce looks awesome.
Jim says, I want to try an authentic Japanese cheese (jelly cake). I've been thinking about making one of those. We may do that sometime.
Let's do that.
Hannah says,
But yeah, it's cool. Oh yeah. So there's the Vallarta, the Supermarket Vallarta. It's
Cricket, are you in Southern California? Just, you don't have to tell me where you are, but like, are you Southern California? Are Vallarta's only Southern California? Because we're like close to Mexico. Maybe Arizona, Texas.
Yeah, I mean, no, Texas is trying to get them banned.
Texas is Buc-ee's.
Texas is trying to ban Vallarta. Okay, let me see if I can find it.
She's in Kern County. You know then. You know about the Vallarta.
The more locations, it looks like it's
They got those bags of those cookies that Knott's has them. Is it Knott's? Like the Smuckers? Whatever. The little shortbread cookie with the blob of jelly in the middle. Oh, so good.
We're SoCal. We're up there in that blue dot. That's us. And LA is like down there where all those other dots are, kind of area. So
yeah,
it's not even that far down in LA. What were you talking about? The jelly stuff?
The like shortbread cookie with the little blob of jelly in the middle.
Yeah, those are fun.
Beer Bug has La Michoacana here. I think we have one of those, but it's like a dessert shop. Like, there's a place called that over by the Habit Burger on K. I think that's what that's called.
There is.
Michoacana? Is that the grocery store? Uncle Yukon says, we have scones here. Wait, scones like the little biscuit things? Hannah says, there's a little Mexican store here up the street. Oh. Honey, you're cute. Apparently they have some good stuff, but okay. I have hope. They speak like no English, which is what intimidates me about stopping in there. Don't worry. Okay. Hispanic men love when white girls like try to speak Spanish, even if you don't speak Spanish and you try to like communicate with them. The women tend to be, and not all of them, they tend to be a little more snooty about the whole thing. Like, you don't speak Spanish, I'm not talking to you. Alexa, stop. But if you can go in there and find a dude to talk to, they love it. Like, oh, look at the little white girl trying to get the Mexican food. But the Mexican food, like you're not quite as north, but like even like where Jason is, it ain't quite the business. It's not it.
Those stores are.
Husky's in San Diego and doesn't know that store. Do they not have that far?
It showed only in the top of LA, like Burbank almost area, and that's it.
All right, maybe it's still too white. Maybe
Oh.
you guys are a lot closer to the border. Maybe you have like real Mexican stores.
Yeah, I know, right? Probably.
We're gonna go like another minute. What are we at? 8:10. The toothpick was clean, but they still look like they need just a tiny bit more. No, definitely not in Ontario, Canada. You are far too
No,
north.
you can't even get enchilada sauce there. Jess and I went on the whirlwind tour.
Whirlwind?
Yeah. Yeah, we drove in
the
circles.
D goes at the end.
We drove in circles a lot. Looking for enchilada sauce, and they did not. There was no enchilada sauce at like Walmart and Target.
Weird. That's like
And-
basic stuff.
Nope.
You just find that like there's like 8 different brands here.
They don't even sell alcohol at Walmart.
Aaron's in Northern California, and the city he lives in is going to be getting the store we're talking about. You should
nice.
go when it opens.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like, go check it out. Go look at how amazing the produce is. If you're a meat eater, go check out their like pre-seasoned meat flaps and
Yeah.
chicken breasts and stuff.
It's good.
You
Just-
don't have to do anything but just cook it.
Just absorb everything they have to offer you there. Their watermelons are amazing.
Just says, yeah, what is with Canadians not having enchilada sauce at the Walmart? I can even get it at mine.
I know,
That's
right?
weird.
Right?
Maybe they lean more French than Hispanic.
Jess
I don't know,
probably
that's
takes
weird.
the enchilada sauce home and runs it through like a strainer, so it strains out all the like spices and stuff, so they can have hillbilly enchiladas.
Jim says Hispanic markets are good for money-saving finds, especially on spices. Absolutely. Very well priced.
Yeah.
And, we went one time and they were making those quesadillas with the little Mexican, like, round of cheese. So good.
They're good.
And we make them at home. It's not the same. They, like, sprinkle the Mexican fairy dust on it, and it's amazing.
Crystal's hungry.
I am hungry.
This is Crystal's hungry time. What can I do for you, Crystal?
Nothing. I'm good.
What can I do?
I'm good.
You want to bite in my hot dog?
Absolutely
Do
not.
you want me to make you a pizza slice? Do you
Hilo
want
Husky says they have
a
Super
cheese
Macchiato
sandwich?
Murphy's. Murphy's? Like, the Irish guy was like, let's open a Mexican grocery store.
Right, it was Carlos before Murphy bought it.
Alec has little bodegas in Providence that sell street food, mostly
Yeah.
Puerto Rican. Okay, so that's probably a bomb.
Yeah.
I go every time I'm in that neighborhood. Absolutely. I was talking to my mom this week about getting like the tamales from the truck. Oh, my coworker's wife is Mexican from Mexico and always makes tamales, and he brings them into work, but they never bring cheese ones, so I
ate
can
'em
never
both.
eat them.
Yeah, I ate 'em both.
She
They were
made
good.
cheese ones this time, unflavored for me.
Oh, they were good. I ate the
I'm
ones you
glad,
brought
like,
home.
she probably seasoned the meat, and then he was like, can you just make a couple cheese ones for Crystal? And she was like, yeah, I won't make them too spicy. Completely unspicy. Like, bland as F.
Did you tell her just because my skin's terrified of the sun doesn't mean I don't like spicy
I told
stuff?
him, next time she makes them, please tell her I like it when my nose and eyes are running after I eat the tamal,
Yeah.
please.
Gringo on the
Please?
outside, but you know, not in the middle.
Mexican on the inside. Aaron says, I'm planning on it. My roommate I live with is Hispanic, and he's opened my taste of more Hispanic food, and OMG, I've never eaten hot stuff and odd things until now.
Yes.
Some stuff's a little too weird for my taste, and I don't eat meat, so I miss out on some of the stuff, but
It's okay to let it run down your face.
they love flavor.
Yes.
All right, Dan, I need you to move. You guys. Look at these muffs.
Oh,
Yes, can you, yes?
Oh, yes, okay.
Hurry, it's on. That's the fiery of the redhead. Absolutely. Look at that.
Those look fantastic. Those might be the best. This is what you were
Can
aiming
we-
for.
Can we?
Oh, you look how excited you are. Yes, go ahead, Director Crystal.
Because I want you to see the height that we have achieved here. Look at that muffin top.
Here's my tweezers.
Get your pliers out of the muffs.
Now
That is a muffin.
Oh, look at you sell. It looks really good, Crystal.
Beautiful. So again, a lot of the trick, I think, is starting at 425 for 7 minutes, turning it down to 350, and keeping them separated from each other. If there was one, like, in here, look at how close, like, they'd be all mushed into each other. So, yeah, those are the two main tricks. We also let the batter rest for 15 minutes. I don't know how much that actually helps. Definitely it helps to, like, coagulate the ingredients and, like, hydrate the flour and all of that stuff.
and to have a whole therapy session with the audience.
Dan, Chris says I got some good looking muff here.
All right.
Cricket is involuntarily stiffening when I hear some of these pronunciations. I can't help it, but I am. Are we talking about when Dan tries to speak Spanish?
What? My 23andMe says I'm more than 50% Spanish.
Do you
by the
cringe
way.
when people say, I would like a tamale?
I got a hola,
Can
yo
I-
soy Dan, soy de Lancaster.
Good job. Don't touch
Yeah,
his hand.
see?
It's really
That
hot.
was good. That was some Mexican.
It makes me crazy when people say tamale for singular. Can I educate everybody just a little bit? Tamales, more than one. One is a tamal. The es is the plural. It's un tamal.
But nobody wants one tamale.
Never. I had 2 for breakfast on Wednesday. No, it's not tamale. It's tamal. Un tamal. Janet will take a dozen shipped to her.
They look really good.
And Cricket says, finally someone knows, right? Thank you. Tamal. 1 tamal.
Yeah, right. After she ate like 100, she got her tamal card.
I did. Oh.
It's still a tamale.
My favorite days when I worked at the print shop is when I'd walk in the back and Carlos would say, trae un tamal. And I would say, oh my god, solo. Quiero más.
At the bike shop, we had this dude. It was Speedy Gonzalez. He was this tall and had a cowboy hat on. And Hannah, like, no English. And he's like, you like tamale? And I'm like, I sure do. And then he's like, beef pork, that's it, beef pork cheese. And I'm like, 2 and 2 and 2. And then he brings you the awesome tamales and your face sweats and it's awesome.
Oh, if my nose is not running, it's
Oh.
not a good tamal.
Yep.
Do you remember when the neighbors brought us tamales and they had bones in them?
Yeah, but not until after I was enjoying them.
Aw. Wilton, just like, I simultaneously had my heart break a little bit and threw up in my mouth.
What's wrong? They don't have tamales in their town?
She's only had tamales from a can. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hannah, yes, the plural of vinyl is vinyl, and the plural of Lego is Lego. My Last Week Adventure is picky on tamales. Here's how I feel about tamales.
You can't wait. Hold on. You have no choice. You get issued the tamale, and sometimes
The tamal.
the tamale, and sometimes it's good, and sometimes you just don't.
You never know what you're gonna
you
get.
just never know.
Some people make them with I think there was jalapenos in the one that Randy's wife made. The seeds were in there.
Yeah.
They were not hot a little bit, not even a little. But I always open them up to see because sometimes there's lots of chilies in them.
Watch out if you get the runt, but nothing's in them.
Yes. Because I only eat the cheese ones, sometimes it's just all masa and there's no cheese in it. And it's a sad story. One day we should really make our own.
Do you know?
tamales.
I just stabbed myself with the plot with this. You know how much a tamale is on the street, Crystal? They're $3.
A tamal.
They're $3.
Absolutely freaking worth it.
No, if I'm
it's
paying
a good
$3,
tamal.
I'm pronouncing the E.
Tamales are like a box of chocolates. Shut up. You never know what you're
No,
gonna
it's
get.
true. It's true.
But here's the thing. Bad tamales are like bad pizza. And I'll still eat it. It's still good. It's not the best, but I'll still eat it. Alex laughing that you're Mexican but cannot. Wait, how did he word it? Excuse me! It's my show. I don't know where you stole my mouse away to. There we go. Dan is Mexican but can't speak Spanish eloquently.
No, you should blame my mom.
He speaks it like a white person.
You should blame my mom, whose first language was Spanish.
I think
there,
he
I popped it in.
and did not teach you a word of it.
Is it
Please
too
don't
hot?
put it over that. Yes. Okay. Hold on. Can you drink from this side? Is that an option? Because there's
No,
on
he's
this
not
side.
left-handed.
Oh. I will say Dan does say jalapeno and not jalapeno. I hate jalapeno too. Tamale with jalapeno
Man, I moved my trash.
drives me nuts. Dan's Spanish sounds like Dora. Short dolphin.
Who said
Hold on.
that?
Oh, your buddy Jim. Short dolphin. You think he's fluent in Spanish? Like there's a part of you that thinks that might be a possibility when you heard the way he pronounced any Spanish word.
Here's the thing about living LA, we're LA County here. Speaking it's one thing, understanding it is a whole different thing, and we all can understand Spanish.
Okay.
I can understand Spanish.
Here's the most important thing I know in Spanish when I'm talking to a native Spanish speaker. Poquito y despacio. Those are the two most important things. A little bit and slow. There was a guy that came to the door today and was trying to speak to me in Spanish. Oh, you speak Spanish? And I'm like, no, and our Spanish speakers are out of the job site today.
Well, let's go.
And I was trying to figure out what he wanted, and I'm like, all right, here. Poquito y despacio. And he said, pagar. And I said, yes, you want to pay. I know that word. I know words.
We've
but
heard
when
them
I'm like,
all.
I can speak some Spanish, and they're like, I'm like, not that Spanish. Not that.
Yeah.
All right.
We've been around it. You hear it every day, so you know. Oh
Look
my
at-
gosh,
look
Crystal,
at
this
this
is
muff.
good.
Look at
Good
this
muff.
beautifulness.
I'm bummed out about mine. I was gonna one up you with my muffin. but
Absolutely
I
not.
put a filament that was gradient, but there wasn't enough.
Oh, you weren't at the...
Yeah, so it was supposed to be all
change
these
off of
cool
color.
colors, like your logo that said Guinea Bake with Crystal with a cherry on top, and now it doesn't matter. Now it's now it's an ice cream cone.
Dan.
Huh?
Hannah said, Dan's not even fluent in English.
Right?
Hannah with the best joke of the night.
That was good. You're right. Terry, we knew the Dodgers were moving on because there was fireworks going on out there.
Absolutely. Adventure says, I want to learn Spanish. Pro tip, don't use Duolingo because they're going to teach you, like, that elephant is big. Like, I'm sure it works for some people, but can we get to the, like, ¿Dónde está el baño? Like, el cheque, por favor? Not that elephant is big. We don't need to know how to say that. And Jim says, I'd really like one of those. See, look, a lot of you were talking about how tedious these looked to make, but look at that. It's freaking beautiful. We're going to cut one open and butter it so you guys can see, because we did put that layer inside. And we're getting to 8:20, and I got a million things to do. Let's see, which one is the prettiest?
Sorry, Mooch, but like you gotta go over there for a minute.
I was thinking when I go back to college in the future, taking a Spanish learning class. Absolutely. I took 2 years of Spanish in high school and 1 year. I did 1 year in high school, Spanish 1, and then over the summer I took Spanish 1 at the college, and then I went back and took Spanish 2. I'm nowhere near fluent or even conversational. If it's slow, I understand quite a bit. I can sit there in my head and try to figure out like how to say the things. We used to have a client that would come into work when I first started there who would force me to speak to him in Spanish, and I can do it. Like, I can think of the words, but sometimes I get stuck. Like, I just don't know that word. But sometimes I know it, but I can't think of it. It's a struggle. And then there's stuff that, like, I know the word iron in Spanish because Carlos could not remember the word iron in English, and at work we would have to, like, you know, we'd heat press and he would, like, say iron it, and so I know la plancha y planchar, like to iron, because he didn't know that word. So I know, like, random words. I know the phrases that are applicable to the jobs that I have. Pase su tarjeta, quieres una bolsa, like things that are applicable, but other than that, that's about it. All right, what's going on here?
Mooch wants.
Hannah, why would you take 2 years of biblical Greek?
Did they all? Because they used to offer weird stuff. So for us, they offered like Spanish, they offered German, and sometimes they'd offer French, and sometimes, but Spanish and German were like available. Did you like have that option too? Which
I think German, like my first year, and then they discontinued it. We had French and Spanish, but we're in Southern California. You should not take French. It's not going to help you unless you're going to France or Canada.
Spanish will always help you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's like half the people here at least speak Spanish, so like it's so much easier to speak Spanish.
Alex says, I took 5 years of Spanish in secondary school, plus 1 course in university, but asked me to speak it now? Nope.
Dude, I got it.
Blake took 2 years, and I helped him, and I was so excited, like, we're going to be able to speak Spanish, like, in the house. I can talk to him in Spanish. I love to just throw it out there. When I was taking Spanish, I would teach Jason Spanish phrases, and just, like, dame las llaves, like, give me the keys. We would always say that to each other. ¿Dónde están las llaves? Blake had 0 interest at all, which, honestly, he's always liked Mexican girls. He should have put forth more effort to learn Spanish, because now...
Clearly he learned just enough.
just enough to get him a Mexican
Crystal would
girl.
have... Well, think about it. It's Crystal's fault. Crystal would run around singing phrases about getting in people's pants.
I never taught him that.
No,
but I would ask him in the morning what he wanted for breakfast or what he wanted for lunch.
But
and he would
did you
just
not
stare
run
at me.
around with the phrases of, like, there's a party in my pants and you're invited?
Hay una fiesta en mis pantalones. Oh, I just blanked out because I said it too slow.
Yeah.
Hay una fiesta en mis pantalones.
Right, so now you're not getting anybody's pants because you're old. But Blake remembered that, and now, you know, he's having a fiesta every night.
Shut your mouth. And it's actually, there's a party in my pants and I want you to come. Just gonna clarify that. To the party.
Oh, you gotta put more stuff in there.
Alright. It's still warm, so I'm very carefully peeling this off so it doesn't take the muff with it. Te quiero que vengas. That's what it is. Hay una fiesta en mis pantalones, te quiero que vengas. Look at that perfection. Can you take that? There's a little crumb on there for you to eat if you don't drop it. What are you doing?
I was showing you the perfect peel off.
Okay, I need you to move though. Look, it's smiling at you. It's a happy muff. There's beauty in baked goods. Yes. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm gonna do another picture because I want to do... Let's see if this comes out looking good. Look how happy it looks. You want to get the toast crumb butter out?
Oh, yes. Hi, Terry. Terry, you should hop in the car and just drive. No, wait. No,
Terry
don't.
didn't have a car. And she apparently broke her back.
Did you break your back?
Wrestling in the park. Weren't you paying attention?
No, I heard you were wrestling in the park, but like I didn't hear like there was a back breaker.
She broke her L5. Because she's like, I don't have health insurance. Why don't I break something? Did your health insurance kick in yet?
You watch too much Doogie Howser. What's an L5?
I don't know. I made them tell me.
Is that your backbones?
Alec, my Spanish teacher who did not like my phrase said it's te quiero que vengas. Because I want you to come, not I want to come. Or unless you're responding to me. Maybe that's what's happening there.
My Spanish teacher was Jamaican. So.
Mine was like, she wasn't from Mexico, she was like Peruvian or something. Hannah says the only thing she remembers from Spanish is, may I go to the bathroom? And where is your paper? Friend, neither of those are Spanish. Alright, Dan, I got a half a muff for you.
Yes, please.
Wrestling in the park? Is that what the kids are calling it these days? That's what she said. Wait, that wasn't a that's what she said joke. Like, that's what Terry said. I'm buzzed and absolutely not going to attempt to type in the chat. Fair. Fair. As long as you know those words were not Spanish. Alright. Here's your smiling happy muffin. But whoa! Be careful because the crumbly does come off of the top. There's also the option for a glaze. I'm not doing that right now. They're still a little warm. I'm going to let them cool. But we will do a powdered sugar and milk. I think it's just powdered sugar and milk glaze. Let's see. Powdered sugar, vanilla, and milk. Are you already eating it?
No, I'm waiting for you.
Lies.
I already eat toothpaste. Harry running around like Batman. Just moving like this.
Such a good, like, basic muffin. A lot of the stuff I make on the show is very over-the-top ridiculous with flavor. Remember when we did those s'mores cookies? And it... My elbows will always find you. It was graham cracker cookie with marshmallow fluff in the middle, and then we dipped them in chocolate. Insane. You should not eat more than one of those. This is a, like, perfect, basic, simple, like, not too sweet, delicious muffin. They just became more appealing with the glaze option. Absolutely. The top's just a little bit crunchy. So good. Terry, are you still here? F Fans wants to know if the wrestling involved mud. She was in the park, so it's possible. Terry said hospital grade stuff kicked in. She's in and out. Fair enough. And then she said I. That was the end of it. No, it was grass. But was the grass muddy?
I wish Terry would have gone with you guys. She would have had so much fun.
A good take it to a PTA meeting muff? Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not offensive for sure.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Your friends coming over for coffee, make these muffs. You got like the book club, make these muffs. Short Dolphin never took Spanish, but is learning from her pastor who is originally from Venezuela. That works even better because the Spanish you learn in school is like formal, not how people really speak Spanish. And even like, are you guys old enough to remember Speedy Gonzalez? I was just telling Dan about this the other day that Carlos corrected me when I told him arriba, arriba. He was like, what? And he just looked at me like I was a white girl. And I'm like, you know, like hurry up. And he's like, that's not how you say hurry up. I don't know what arriba means, but apparently it's apúrate when you want to tell somebody to hurry up. It's a completely different word, not even close. Wet grass in she's not in the Las Vegas area. She's way up north. I think she's still like 6 or 8 hours from Vegas.
She gets real weather. Are you talking about Terry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Terry gets real weather. She gets real snow. Real snow. She's way up there closer to the Utah border. So it snows like for reals. Like it gets like at least, I don't know how much, I can't say like this, but like there's snow. There's real snow. Like Santa Claus could land there and sneak in, especially now she's all laid up. Santa Claus is gonna be like, give me all them presents and them riches. And she's gonna be like, I can't move. I can't move.
Jim is confused, so confused he's spelling Terry's name wrong. She's an IE friend. I before the E. What happened to your spicy friend Terry? She got too spicy in the park and wrestled somebody and apparently broke a lumbar vertebrae?
That is like close to, I don't know the story, but yes. Yeah.
Sounds about Terry.
It sounds about Terry. But in what order of events, who knows?
Yeah, no, she's not near Vegas. She's still pretty far away.
Yeah, it's a few hours through. Like you go through Vegas and then you stop and get some dinner and then you got a couple hours left until you get to her
No, I think it's a lot of hours.
Tiny town maybe, is it?
I think she's up like almost by the other states.
I believe her town is like smaller than Jess's town.
I think she said 4,000 people.
I don't know about Santa, but I know a biker. Oh. Royce did snort. Krista, your muffins were really good. Is that it?
They are amazing.
Do we get to finally hang out?
Almost. Dale wants to know if this technique with the muffins would work as well with mini muffins. I don't know yet. So,
yeah.
I don't know if you were here in the beginning. So, I wanted to make this visual style of muffin. So I searched all of the internet, and I found a lot of these tips for it. But I wanted to try a recipe that incorporated the tips instead of just trying the tips on another recipe.
Right.
So I tried this recipe. It worked amazing. You can see it made beautiful muffin tops.
I don't know if it scales though.
I used it on my pistachio muffs that I've made on the show before, but the pistachio muffs I think are a little too wet, and it didn't work, and it didn't work. It was bad news. I should not have done that. These techniques do not work on that. However, theoretically, these techniques work on any muffin. So theoretically, you could use this on mini muffins. Just fill the muffin cup to the top.
Put your little mini in the middle, has to be smaller because you put that middle in there.
Yes. But theoretically, it's supposed to work with any recipe. I only know it does not work with the pistachio muffs. But that's a much thinner batter, so it makes sense that wouldn't really translate. But theoretically, yes, you may have to adjust the cook time and stuff, because these are, 425 for 7 minutes, 350 for like 15 to 20 minutes. Experiment with it. I definitely will. I don't make mini muffs very often. I used to, but I haven't made them in forever. A Cyber Hubby says it's arriba is up. Andale is move it, hurry up. No, he said apurete. Different word. I don't even know.
But like Cyber Hubsy's like losing toes, crashing cars, smashing doors. Like,
what does he know?
Right? Did he stop crashing into stuff to give you that fun fact as he spun away?
Andale might be the same thing too, but definitely arriba does not. So maybe tiny little Speedy Gonzalez was just asking to be picked up. FM wants to know if you've ever been to Vulcan. I mean Vasquez Rocks. I don't think you and I have gone since we've been, like, we've never gone and driven and parked and walked out there.
Not with this boyfriend, other boyfriend?
No, I went with Kylie one time. We were on our way to somewhere and we stopped and we climbed. We were not in appropriate shoes for it, but we climbed a little bit. And then we went to another portion of them once. I don't remember if you were there when Jason and Sandy were out here and we went with Jean.
No, you went out. You went out there.
Yeah, I don't think you.
But like, it's there. Like, in order for us to get anywhere, you pass right by it. It's 20 minutes from here, but it's on the freeway. So when we go down to LA, and back and stuff, we pass by the exit of it every single time.
To get out of our town south, you could drive by like where the Flintstones was filmed.
Yeah, you can see down there where like Viva Rock Vegas was and stuff like that. Yeah,
absolutely.
So it's right. It's just right there. We just take it for granted. Which is
so
mad. We gotta wrap this up.
I'm done. Cyber Husky says his dad was from Spain and he grew up speaking both languages, and no, he's not crashing into things this week. Fair enough. I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you what my Spanish-speaking friend from Mexico told me, that whatever I learned from Speedy Gonzalez was incorrect.
No
And
LOL.
To him, apurete was the correct word.
No LOLs or ha-has on that.
No.
No, we gotta build this soon. Look at how
Yes.
happy the one cat is there. This is gonna last. This will
I
go.
give it till the end of October.
This will go bad before the
What do we got?
pumpkins.
It's the 11th. It'll make it till the 31st. It can make it 20 days.
No,
Does Terry have a big dog we hear about? Tell jokes sometimes. What? Does Terry? Terry does have a dog. He's like 7 or 8 months old, so not big yet, but he's like a mix of all the most high energy breeds ever, and literally ate her wall.
And so is Terry.
And so is Terry. Yes. He eats everything. He ate a book. He ate her Nintendo Switch. He ate her wall.
I mean, that's how
he
you
ate her
absorb
floor.
the knowledge.
Yes. So yes, she does have a dog. His name is Blue. We call him Blucifer. Tell
Sorry.
jokes sometimes. Yes, Terry does tell jokes. Yeah, you're confusing me. Yes, it is from Aldi. The pumpkin house is from Aldi. I saw it on the Aldi Facebook group, and I showed Dan, look at the pumpkin house. And then Dan showed up with the pumpkin house. He said, I made an executive decision, and he bought the pumpkin house. Which is good, because they destroyed the Dia de los Muertos house. Completely tore it apart, blew it out. I couldn't put it back together. And Terry says, Lucifer's mean. He's like a goat. Yes. Okay, I'm not dumb. I know who she is. I know you know. You literally saw her in this kitchen for like 8 months. Jersey has officially been retired. Yeah, she over it. She's just like, I'm done with this life. If you're not going to work, I'm not going to work. I feel you, boo. Hi, Ma. Ma, look at my beautiful muffins. Look at how muffiny. Oh, look, Dan switched cameras. Look how muffiny they are. Wait, no, this way. This way. They're so muffiny. I love it. This one, I think this one's a little bit bigger. They made amazing muffin tops. The pretty lady with the curls that love to hold Mooch, that's the one. Oh, did you hear me say your name? All right, Mooch. Let's get out of here so we can go snuggle. I'm going to throw another batch of these in the oven and finish out this batter. And then I need to make dinner. Because all I've eaten is half a muff. Hi, buddy. All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. That was a lot of fun. I hope you tried this recipe. It's really good. Again, really basic. Nothing flashy. Nothing super special. It's just a good muffin. And if you make other muffins, try it. See if it works. Remember to keep your muffins separated. You got to keep them separated. And cook them at 425 for the first few minutes. And then switch to 350. Thank you guys for hanging out. They're perfect and looking mighty yummy. Great job. Thanks, Ma. We will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific, about an hour after I wake up because I have not slept in 2 weeks. And we will be racing some Hot Wheels. Probably Rainbow Road because I think that's what Dan was leaning towards. So, that's it. Buddy.
Good job, Crystal.
Thanks, Dan. Bye, guys.
Have a
See
good
you
night,
tomorrow.
everybody. See you tomorrow. Yahoo!
Bye.
Well, no, we're not leaving.
Oh, I'm leaving.
You're not leaving. We're back.
I need.
We're back for an after show.
I told him Hannah didn't want to leave, and now he's trying to make an after. You can have an after show. I need to make muffs and clean the kitchen and.
No, this is your show.
Oh, and it's over. You can have to go home, but you can't stay here.